What up, Switch? What up, Chief Jet? What up, Campfire King? What up, Adrian Rouse? Nice to see you guys. How's my Sunday going so far? It is absolutely amazing. I was out saving the world as Captain America always does. What else would I be doing? Grand rising to you, Greggy Global Jam Man. Boss Lady, nice to see you out there. I hope you guys are all having an absolutely amazing weekend. Captain Canada, well, today I'm Captain America, Chief Jet. Today I'm Captain America. If you don't cut your grass, you're not American. That's one thing as a Canadian that I noticed always going into the United States is everybody in the US is so anal about how their lawn looks. That's why I say that. What up, Sliced Bread? What up, Jamie? What up, Jaylar? How are you guys doing? What up, Honey Badger? What up, Robert? What up, Steve? What up, Skate? Thank you guys. Don't forget to send me your heart me's. Send me your love. Captain IHodlLife today, ladies and gentlemen. Feel free to ask me your questions about crypto, or feel free to ask me questions about how I spend my time saving the world. Hot Wheels. Gino, TM. Yeah, you guys send me that love. You know I want that love. I flex for love. I flex for your love. Where can you get IOTA in the US? I think you can get IOTA on Uphold. If not, you can get it on KuCoin. Both of those are available in the US as far as I'm aware. And if not Lion King, then join our community Discord, and you can always ask in our Discord, and then people will actually go and search and find out and figure out where they can get the actual coin, and just to make sure we've got clarity for you. But I believe you can on both of those, Uphold or KuCoin. One crypto at a time. That's the way to do it, Laser. One crypto at a time. Why do I feel like HBAR, XDC, XRP, and XLM is the future? Well, I mean, probably because you see a lot of content about those, and when you do a little bit of research or you start putting a little bit of intelligence on the table, you start connecting that a lot of the stuff influencers are talking about actually does make sense. And HBAR is a really, really great layer one hash graph. It's technically not a blockchain, but we'll call it a layer one blockchain. And XDC is designed for financial instruments, so it's basically could be a future stock exchange layer, like a layer where we tokenize the stock exchange on, just as an example of what its use case could be and how important its technology really is. And then there's XRP itself, which we all already know how valuable it is as an on-demand liquidity token, and of course also as a tokenizable layer one. And then there's XLM as well, which is a little bit of a wildcat because it's really a photocopy of XRP, and it could overtake XRP one day, or it could not be anything but a shadow to XRP. And that's why I always say stack those two in tandem, just in case. But all of those above are very good cryptos. What is whitelisting? Whitelisting is when you get your name on the guest list. So let's say I was going to release something from my store, and I said, okay, anyone on the whitelist gets early access. You can access the store on the 10th, where everyone else has to wait until the 15th to access store. So the whitelisting is getting your name on the list, so to say, to get early access. That's what whitelisting is. So then if I was launching something and I was get your name on the whitelist, there would likely be some activity you would have to do or promote me, something like that, and that would give you the eligibility to then get your name on the whitelist. Once your name was on the whitelist, you would then gain the ability, in this example, to go and access that product on the 10th that normally wouldn't be launched to the public until the 15th. So whitelisting gives you that early get in before somebody else. And to get on a whitelist, usually there's a loyalty thing attached to it. Promote our community, you've been here for a long time, things like that. So that's really what a whitelist is. It's a guest list, so to say, or VIP list in a digital way. And usually to get on that guest list or that VIP list, aka the whitelist, it's generally a community loyalty thing. Thank you everyone for your love and for sending me heart me's. If you're in my live right now and you haven't sent me a heart me yet, please do so. Thank you, ZZ. That's the one I want right there. It boosts my page. Tap that screen and send me your heart me's. That's the name of the game. Thank you, Don Shoemaker, for the popular boost. It's not on Uphold. Okay, good to know, Lion King. Check KuCoin or see if you can get access to KuCoin. If not, then we'll see what's left. We'll see what else we can get access to. For sure, we can get it. We just got to figure out which exchange and where. Yes, guys, thank you for those heart me's. Thank you. It boosts my page. Don't send me any gifts, anyone. My page is a gift for you, but those heart me's, TikTok algorithm likes those heart me's. What up, Dewey, and good morning to you. Can I get your investment company info? I want to pass it on to my brother. Yes, of course. So there's two ways as far as our asset management firm, Tokenized Financial, for building portfolios for people. There's two ways to do that. You can hit the link just in the top of my TikTok page. It opens up my link tree and someone can just go there to book a free 30-minute consultation with me. You could also do it through our website at tokenizedfinancial.com. In fact, I have it on my screen right here. Give me a second. I'll turn my camera around. 1 second. Right here, tokenizedfinancial.com. You can go to the website and you can just book a meeting with me right through there. Flip camera. There we go. Now you can see it. Tokenizedfinancial.com. So that's our website right there. Tokenizedfinancial.com. This is the website. And once you go here, you can scroll, you can read about our services and read what we offer, but right here you can book a meeting. Click this book now, and that'll automatically take you to my Calendly to book a free 30-minute consultation right here. Broker services consultation, 30 minutes. So that's how you do that. That is how you do that, my friend. Hit the link in the top of my TikTok page or just go through our website. Either way, you can book a free 30-minute video call with me. There is that lady, Crypto Wee Woo, who talks about it. Whatever you do, Steve, don't listen to anything Crypto Wee Woo says. How about that? The best advice I can give you about that person's channel is don't listen to anything that person says. How about that? This person is like a fear monger, XRP, like, I'll leave it at that. I won't say any more words. I encourage you not to watch bad crypto content. And what about Zcash? It was 20 pounds. Zcash died a long time ago, my friend. Although it is a privacy coin, it died a long time ago. What can Dogecoin go up to this bull run? I don't know. Dogecoin is a risky play. It has community, it has onboarding effect for newbies, but ultimately it doesn't really have long-term utility unless Elon Musk continues to post about it or continues to promote it or continues to get that hype boost. Dogecoin falls way down the list as far as a valuable long-term asset. Before you have any Dogecoin, you better already have a big stack of ISO coins. You better already have all the good layer ones like HBAR and Avalanche and Solana and all those guys. You better have all that. You better have some good DeFi plays and some AI plays all stacked before you start going and playing in the meme coin game. Before you start going and deciding, do I want Doge? Do I want Sheep? Do I want Bonk? Which meme coins do I want? Before you even get to that game, you better already have a better structured portfolio. And then once you do have a structured portfolio, then you'll realize that what Dogecoin goes to doesn't even matter because it's just a small piece of your actually properly designed portfolio. All of you out there in the crypto space, investing with the purpose or the mindset behind you that which one is it that's going to go boom, none of you are going to get rich. None of you, because you're all investing in low quality shit coins, hoping for some casino effect that you're likely never going to catch. Instead of just building a structured portfolio with a very small percentage of what I call play or toy money built into it. ZZ, happy Sunday to you, my friend. What are my thoughts on Kravdon token? I've never heard of it, so be careful. How many XRP am I holding? 0. Why would I hold XRP? What kind of question is that? How many dollars are in your bank account? In fact, how many pubic hairs do you have? In fact, how many times do you have sex a week? Do you see how all of these are personal questions we shouldn't be sharing with each other? Keep your funds private to yourself. Don't ask people how much they have. Nobody asks you how much they have. You don't run around telling people how much you have. And I got news for you. The more you actually have, the more what I'm telling you will come relevant to you, that you just shut your fucking mouth. You see, when you're broke, you want to appear like you have. And when you're not broke, you want to appear like you don't have because people want to fucking rob you. That's what the real world is. So stop trying to search for what's not there and see it for what it is. So who cares how many XRP I'm holding? What matters is that guy has a big fucking brain because he's holding XRP. 99% of the world is not. And me, the person writing this comment, I got a big fucking brain too because I also, like the guy on the screen, am holding some XRP. Because we see what 99% of the world does not see. Right, Kriya? Hi, you're from Trinidad and you're new to crypto. Well, welcome. This is the best crypto channel on the planet. I promise you guys I will not get to everyone's comments. But while you're waiting for me, please tap that screen and send me your heart maze. Tau is a very, very good AI play. No, I definitely did not pick Zcash. I sure did not. Should you start stacking XDC and why? Yes and no. Yes, you should start stacking XDC because I believe it's a very good long-term crypto. And no, you should not start stacking XDC because I don't know how much money you have. I don't know what other coins you have. I don't know what you mean by stacking, if that means $200 or $20,000. I don't know what your portfolio and what all your details are like, so I can't tell you if you should buy it or not, or if you should stack it or not. I just can't. I need more information. But is XDC a very good long-term financial utility crypto? Absolutely it is. Should you sell your Doge and buy Pudgy? I don't know. I would use my broker service if you want me to tell you what to buy and what to sell and what to have and what to own. That's what my broker service offers. Book a free 30-minute consultation with me if you're over $25,000 portfolio. Top of the morning to you, cockadoodoo. Happy Sunday to you, Candy B, and welcome and thanks for joining in. Welcome everyone and thanks for joining in. Feel free to drop your comments. As always, I'm trying to get through them the best I can. What am I wearing? I am Captain America in light of the season. Can't you tell? I'm out here saving the world. Can't you tell? Even Billy's dressed up. Billy the $1 billion bear dressed up like an IHodlLife thermos. He really did. He dressed up like an IHodlLife thermos. Look. This is Billy the $1 billion bear dressed up in his Halloween costume, and he is disguised as an IHodlLife thermos. You would have never told. I would have only thought this was a thermos. Billy, that's such a great costume. I didn't even know it was you. Watch out for Billy the $1 billion bear coming to the IHodlLife rewards chain. So Roy Gunn, stop asking me what I'm wearing. This is not a dating session. This is not a dating session, Roy Gunn. That's right, I got the stars and the stripes. Captain America, baby. Her term is whitelisting compliance for your wallet. No, that's a scam. The Crypto Wee Woo channel that you see where you need to whitelist your wallet, first of all, it's not Crypto Wee Woo. It's some other scammer who copied Crypto Wee Woo's profile and channel, posted a bunch of her videos, and then is trying to convince you to whitelist using her name to think that it's her, but really it's some other scammer. So all of it is just a big facade to try to get you to go connect your wallet to something you shouldn't connect to. So Steve, Jr., Gene, block that person you're talking to immediately and be very careful. They're trying to get you to connect to something you shouldn't be connected to. You don't need compliance for your wallet. You don't need to connect your wallet to anything. You need to stop listening to fucking dummies who are tricking you to go open your fucking ATM machine so they can take your money. That's what they're doing in a digital form. Oh, you need to connect to this. What is it? My scam website? I mean, it's the safety net you need to connect to. Like, are you with me? So use your brain and block the person, whoever's telling you to go get your wallet compliance checked. They're scamming you. And no, Mattress Mike, I did not buy Zcash. Zcash is not really a good law. Not buy Zcash. Zcash is not really a good law. Thanks for your question, Gerardo. What is my thoughts on tokenization and how massive will it be in the next 10 years? Tokenization, everyone listen very carefully. Tokenization is the reason why you need to be building a crypto portfolio now. Tokenization is why we build portfolios for all of our clients the way that we do. When they ask me, why are these in my portfolio? It's because of tokenization. Because everything, the stock market, hundreds of trillions of dollars are coming tokenized, which means the value of them is going on-chain. I don't know how to explain it more clear. Here's the value, here's the blockchain. The value goes on the blockchain, the value of the blockchain then increases. So for the next 10 years, layer 1 blockchains that are having tokenization on their platform, so you need to stop listening to these dummy influencers about RWA coins. What's the next RWA coin? No. You want to know what the next RWA coin? The layer 1s that the RWAs are tokenizing onto. That's what all the dummy influencers don't fucking get. They don't understand the structure. They hear of some company doing tokenization, but they fail to forget that that company is doing it on the Solana fucking blockchain, or on the Ethereum blockchain, or on the HPAR blockchain. Sorry, Hashgraph. That's the part that they ignore. They just focus on what the business and the service is, and they miss the big picture of where the value is actually housed. It's like buying the jewelry store and ignoring the price of gold. So don't be running around looking for the next RWA coin. Understand what tokenization is. Value getting tokenized. And what does that value get tokenized onto? Does it get tokenized into RWA coins? No, it gets tokenized on the layer 1 blockchains. Do I like new projects? Of course I do. We are in a... What's the best way to describe it? We are in a deregulation of cryptocurrency infrastructure. Everybody is scrambling right now to be the next create this in the crypto and blockchain space. Ourself included over here at IHodlLife. We're the world's first and only cryptocurrency brand. Fast forward 15 years, there'll be 4 of us. Just like there's 4 or 5 different sports brands. This is how new companies, new projects, new technologies evolve. So I like new projects. I paid huge attention this year to Say and to Sui. Really, really good new protocols that came out. Caspa, which I still feel mediocre about. IOs, which I still feel mediocre about. But look at some other plays, like look at Hype, and look at Aster, and look at Injective. Amazing new DeFi protocols that have only been out for less than 36 to 48 months. We're still in a very new virgin time of the technology. And that means that there is new projects to be had, but that also means people are going to get confused with everything early is the best play instead of building portfolios based on longevity. And those who build portfolios based on longevity and proof of that longevity are going to succeed, because what I know about all new technologies is 80% of them will dissipate. When the automotive industry came out, there was 40,000 car makers. When the smoke settled, there was 5 or 6. When the steel industry had its boom, there was thousands and thousands of different companies, and when the smoke settled, there was 20 or 30 of them. And if you go back into every single boom, look at the internet boom, same thing. There's thousands and thousands of competitors, and when the smoke settles, there's a select few. Today, there's a million different cryptos. When the smoke settles, there'll be 1,000 or less. Now that means you can still have a lot of cryptos if there's still 1,000, but it means that the new early next is really just new companies and new people trying to be the next thing, and they may or may not be, just like new people starting new companies. What a lot of people don't connect is every new crypto that comes out is just a new company saying we're going to do this differently or better. It's not layer ones only do tokenization, that's false crusty, but layer ones is what everything gets tokenized onto. So a real world asset project needs something to tokenize onto if it's not its own layer one. Chainlink, for example, if Chainlink wants to tokenize something, they can't tokenize on Chainlink. Chainlink's not a layer one, so they tokenize on Ethereum via Chainlink services. Just as an example. I never trade crypto or futures. This is how you lose your money. This is how greedy people go into crypto with pipe dreams and fantasy dreams, and they watch videos of guys driving Lambos, and all of them lose their money. Nobody makes money. And the guys with the videos of the Lambos aren't making any money either, other than the company who's paying them to sell them their trading app. Tokenization is the biggest financial opportunity, not just of our time, of all of mankind's time. Since the time mankind began, there's never been a financial opportunity like tokenization. The entire financial world is going on-chain. Nothing like this has ever happened before. The internet replaced our world of interoperability. It didn't replace our financial system. It didn't replace our supply chain. It didn't replace all of our infrastructures. It just replaced how we interoperate. But blockchain, on the other hand, is going to replace that and everything else. It's the biggest boom that we've ever. It's like taking all of the history booms, the gold rush, the steel rush, the automotive rush, the dot-com rush, combining all of them together, and then adding a financial rush, and then adding a supply chain rush, and then adding a revamp of our entire system via AI automation, all on top of it, and then throwing that out into the financial world on top of taking every financial aspect, not just financial aspect, but every value aspect, means Tristan's expensive watch collection, for example, and everybody else in the world who has valuable things, everything, Billy, everything will become tokenized on chain. So not just all the money, not just all the value, not just the hundreds of trillions of dollars in the stock market and the real estate market, but every source of value, even intellectual property, even my social media intellectual property, IHodlLife, which has a value in the millions, that will become tokenized into an NFT, receipting and proving that value. Everything will go on-chain. Your identity will go on-chain. Your biometrics will go on-chain. Everything. If it's not on-chain, it will be deemed as not real. Pump fund is trash. High risk, high reward. We already know that Pump Fund is a program designed to sell shit and garbage coins. We already know that it's the house to send a whole bunch of assholes to who are just going to create a whole bunch of garbage crypto that have no future utility. They're just spinning out coins for dummies to go and buy. Most of you are losing your money. They're cashing out on you. They're making millions of dollars. So what really is Pump Fund and things like that? It's a mechanism designed for intelligent people in the crypto space to go scam all you dummies who are running around in a crypto casino and don't know what you're doing, and you're not making any money. You're just buying all these shit coins that have no future other than to get dumped on you. For that reason, it's not even a good company or service. There's no integrity there. Will it still go up in value? For sure. Crypto hype is a big thing. But does that give it long-term longevity? Absolutely not. I would never recommend a crypto like this for a portfolio. Never. I don't care if someone comes to me a year later and say, oh, this one went up this much. It is not the kind of gamble that you put into a portfolio. It's the kind of coin that a guy who already has a $100,000, $200,000 portfolio can afford to go throw an extra $1 or $2 grand over here and that just to see if it does something. And who cares if it fucking burns to nothing? Because they can afford to do so. But to bet on that as an actual asset of growth, this is very foolish decision making. And no, I don't use the Pi Cycle Top Indicator. It's trash. I don't recommend using it. I just want you to know, Mr. Pi Cycle Top Indicator, I know what you're doing. I know that you come into my chat every Sunday and you just keep asking that same question over and over. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to sell the service. You're trying to sell the Pi service for people to go, what's that? And go find out and then buy it. So I know what you're doing. And because you're doing that, every time I read your comment about it, I'm going to recommend to my community that it's garbage and to not go ever get it. So just so you know. So the more you come to my live and you spam shit in my live, the more it's going to counter work for you. If you want to promote anything on my page, communicate with me, send me an email, and we can work something out. Other than that, don't play games with me because you'll get fucked up on my channel. So do not use the Pi indicator, everyone. This is obviously somebody overpasting and scamming to sell you something you shouldn't be buying and you don't need. Just mine the Pi for free on your phone. You don't need any kind of indicator to help you. First rule of Fight Club is you don't talk about Fight Club. God damn it! First rule of Fight Club, you don't talk about Fight Club! First rule of cryptocurrency, we don't tell people what we have on our crypto wallets. We don't even tell people we have crypto wallets. They're like, do you got Ethereum? And they're like, yeah, I have a little bit. You never tell people how much you have. Sure, if someone asks you, do you have XRP? Do you invest in XRP? Yeah, I've got some XRP. Don't tell them how much you have. Do you have a lot? A little bit. You could have 10 million in it and just be like, yeah, I got a little bit. The more you tell people about your finances, the less real people will be to you. Because anytime anyone asks you about your money, they're not asking you about you. They're asking, what is your value to me? That's what they're asking. Because most people see value or clout through wealth. I could say here as a poor person, all the information I know about crypto, like I did back in 2017, 18, 19, nobody gave a fuck. Until I became very, very wealthy and I could drive around in fancy cars and flash fancy things. And then all of a sudden, my same fucking voice, my same fucking opinion suddenly had clout. Suddenly had people listening. Because people believe wealth. They don't believe truth. Is Ocean Protocol leaving artificial superintelligence? There's rumors of it, but this is not proven or guaranteed yet. We do not know that. And does that mean that artificial superintelligence is going to fall apart? No, it just means that 4 companies decided to come together to make an alliance. They're probably having differences of opinions. One's deciding to fuck off and go do his own thing, and the other 3 may hold together, or they may all fuck off and go do their own things either. But when you separate all 4 of those, all 4 of them are amazing crypto projects, which is why all 4 of them came together in the first place. But try taking 4 people like me, 4 CEO-brained people like me, and put them together and make them work together. People are different. They do things differently, and they're very about how they do things. So sometimes people with special abilities can't work well with other people with special abilities, which is funny when they take superheroes and they put them in groups together, because in reality, people that have special capabilities often can't work with other people with special capabilities because they see things with different perception, and perception is absolutely absolute. Never heard of SPLD. Never heard of it, Kenji, so be careful. What are you guys laughing at? Quit laughing at me. Happy Sunday to you, Trucker Ed, and thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to send me your heart me's, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to send me your heart me's. And don't forget to tap that screen. We are at 33,000 likes already. Let's hit our goal of 100K like we always do. Trucker Ed, thanks for joining in. Should I sell my Doge and buy Pudgy? I can't tell you that. I can only tell you to go use my broker service if you're over $25,000, and then I'll tell you what to buy and sell. No, your wallet is not connected to your cell phone. It's disconnected to your cell phone. You only connect it when you're making an activity. So if you're making a swap or a sell, you connect for a few seconds, and then you disconnect. So it's not always connected to your online, only during the time you're making a transaction. And that's what makes it secure, is that 99% of the time it's not connected to the internet. Only when you're making a transaction and you connect it via Bluetooth. And no, I don't trade cryptocurrency. That's why our company is IHodlLife. Hodl your crypto, not trade your crypto. Yes, we do take advantage of the 4-year cycle, capture profits, get back in the bear market, but ultimately we stack crypto long term. What's a flash goal? Somehow I got a flash goal. I don't know what that is, but cool. Flashy flash. Do I use Pi cycle top indicator? No, I don't. This is garbage and I don't recommend it. You had a customer that wanted to pay with crypto the other day. You should have said yes. You should have just been like, fuck it. Pulled out your own wallet, pulled up the QR code, because that's one of the great things about this wallet. You could literally pull up a QR code and someone could scan it and make a payment to you. So you just pull this up, pull up your QR code, let him pay it, and then you pay the cash out of your pocket for whatever his purchase was so that you get all the crypto. That's what I would have did. Dr. Mira is with me. Shout out Dr. Mira. Good. Your wallet's only connected to your pocket. Attaboy. That's what I like to hear. Yes, a cold wallet is sound. Yes. The only reason you hear influencers and people saying don't use a cold wallet is because they're trying to scam you. They're trying to say a cold wallet's not safe. You need to be connected to some quantum ledger. You need to be connected to some secure something. And it's just a scam, so you don't put your crypto in a safe place and you go put it somewhere that you shouldn't so someone can exploit you or scam you. Cold wallets are 100% safe. Cryptoversy, what's up, my friend? I hope you're having an amazing weekend. Will VET ever reach 28.28 again? Eventually it will, but you need to take time. Which blockchain is XRP on? XRP is on its own blockchain. XRP is the asset that represents its own layer 1, and the blockchain is called the XRPL, which stands for XRP Ledger. The L stands for ledger. So XRPL is the name of the blockchain. XRP is the asset. Just like Ethereum is the name of the blockchain, ETH is the asset. Bitcoin is the name of the blockchain. BTC is the asset. You can't actually buy Bitcoin. You can only buy BTC, the asset. You can't buy Ethereum. You can only buy ETH, the asset. You can't buy XRPL. You can only buy XRP, the asset. So just so you understand. What's my favorite oracle? I would have to say Chainlink and Pyth are the top two, but XYO is also very good. Do all crypto utilize tokenization? No, some are just services of tokenization. But all of them, in essence, work with tokenization in a way, even though they themselves are not tokenizing. I hope that makes sense. You smell 200K likes? Well, I hope so. I mean, we're only at 41,000 likes, so you guys better get those taps going if we're going to hit 200K. Do I like Link? Yes, I do. Chainlink is a very, very good crypto. Do I like Engine Coin? Not really. I mean, I don't necessarily like gaming coins in general, but if you're going to go with gaming coins, Engine Coin is one of the better ones. Naka is one of the better ones. But again, I don't necessarily like gaming coins because gaming is a lot of hype. There's all kinds of video games that are produced and a very small select few that become long-term expansions like an Assassin's Creed or a Call of Duty or a Borderlands or a Fortnite or something that really, really captures community and users. So for that reason, gaming coins are not top of my chart for investing unless you have a lot of extra money to throw around. So I personally hold 0 gaming coins, but for those of you who are into that, Engine Coin is one of the better ones. Do I think TIA will survive? What do you mean survive? What would make you think it's not going to survive? TIA is a very, very good protocol. TIA is probably one of the best new technology protocols that has released in the year of 2024. Hands down, one of the best. Can I be clear on XRP and XLM? I'm not sure what you need me to be clear on. XRP is one crypto and XLM is a different crypto, both who seemingly do similar service. Is Ondo a top 10 stacker? Ondo is a very good crypto, but it's definitely not a top 10. Very good crypto, but not a top 10. Should I hold my XRP? Well, I mean, I'm not a financial advisor, but I mean, if I was an financial advisor, I'd probably tell you to hold your XRP and buy a fuckload more. But since I'm not a financial advisor, I can't say that, and I have no idea. I mean, I don't know anything about that. What's the amount you need to have for what you would consider to have the best portfolio? Well, there's no such thing as the best portfolio because you could always have more. It depends on your result. For example, someone who has a $1 million portfolio, who's looking to 10 times their portfolio into 10 million, their lifespan and their life expectancy, and I don't mean how long they live, I mean how they live their life, their expectancy of what exists in their life is living in $1 million lifestyle. They're not living in a $100,000 lifestyle, just to make that very different. So because of that, the stretch between $1 million to $10 million or what they want out of that is very, very different. So they might want a cottage and, a business in a different country, and that might be, $6 million. Whereas a person with a $100,000 portfolio might want to just pay off his house for the other $400,000 he has remaining owing. Both are the same success. Both are the same result. The difference is both live different lives and have different dollar values. So how much is the perfect portfolio? Well, there's no such thing. You could always have more because the guy who has $1 billion portfolio like Elon Musk is trying to make 10 billion. So there's no such thing as how much is the perfect portfolio. The only thing there is how much is not enough a portfolio. And how much is not enough of a portfolio is only based on how much I charge to build a portfolio. There's no such thing as not enough. I started my whole life in crypto with $36, as you guys know. So there's no not enough. You start with $5 and you're on the right track. Continue. So there's never too little or too big, and there's no perfect value or perfect amount. What there is, there's a perfect ratio of what you should have versus how much money you have. Which means if you have 50K, there's a perfect ratio of how many cryptos and how much you should have in each crypto. And if you have $25,000, there's a perfect ratio of how many cryptos and how many dollars you should have in each one. And if you have $1 million, same thing. So the perfection of how much is a perfect portfolio is really more how perfect the amount of and amount in each coin is based on each dollar value individually. And that's really where tokenized financial comes out as a specialty, is we design your portfolio based on your dollar value. Pinlink is mediocre. Cockinu is still hands down the best meme coin on the Avalanche blockchain, and Avalanche is still hands down the best layer 1 on the planet. It just has not had its growth cycle yet. It does not have a meme coin frenzy on it yet. I encourage you to continue holding the Cockinu that you bought. Can I take you to Pattaya when XRP pumps? Probably not. I probably have no interest in going to Pattaya. It's full of all kinds of young girls who just want to take my money, and that's really just a bad recipe of destruction for me. So I'm probably not going to Pattaya. And if I do, I'm just going to the beach with my girlfriends so that if anyone approaches me, she can just shotgun them to death and I'll be safe. You've been looking at Algorand. It's hands down a top cryptocurrency. There's also a reason why it's an ISO coin. And if you don't know that it's an ISO coin, you should know that before you buy any. Champ, are you real? Oh, I'm as real as real. In fact, I'm so real that I'm the real Captain America. Tell me you can't tell. Tell me those moves are not fucking authentic as fuck. Come on, Shark. How much more proof do you need that I'm the real Captain America? I mean, pfft. Do you know about Web3? Of course I know about. Woo! Look at that, Captain America riding horses. But you guys don't need to send me any gifts, but thank you. Do I know about Web3? Yes, I know about Web3. Crypto is Web3, and Web3 is crypto. So anyone who tells you that you need to attach your crypto to Web3 is scamming you, they're a scammer. Anyone who says you need to connect to Web3, they're scamming you, it's a scammer. Web3, crypto, same thing, just two different words. It's like me saying internet and online. It's the same thing, just two different words. It would like me being saying, oh, you have the internet, but are you online? You need to connect your internet to online or else you can't. That's the trick. That's the trick to scam you. Same thing. Internet, online, crypto, Web3, same thing. Your brother's buying you a SecUX V20 for your birthday? That's great. Shark, that's why you watch me every Sunday? Gah! Attaboy, Shark. Why can't we say how much? Because saying how much money you have and how much crypto you have is very foolish. And truthfully, you'll realize if you're a human being who tells people how much money you have, you're broke. You don't have enough money in your life. Because once you reach a status of having money, you learn the value of not telling people how much money you have. You learn the value of people only liking you for money. You learn the value of trying to be as genuine as you can and hide your money as much as possible. That's why billionaires wear plain t-shirts and millionaires wear jewels around their neck. Thanks for your comments, Safra. Safra says, this dude is so authentic. I am authentically Captain America. Dun, dun, dun. I don't know if that's the Captain America sound, but fuck it, that's what I'm rolling with. NYC153, welcome to the channel right here with me. Stick around, you'll learn lots about crypto, blockchain, and wealth right here on this channel. What do I think about Zbeck? I think Zbeck is hit or miss. It could be good, it could be not, which means you better already have a really good portfolio built or Zbeck isn't one for you. If you have enough money to reach and grab some extra potential, maybe good, maybe not good coins, then Zbeck's a good option. If you don't have that financial opportunity in your portfolio, then it's not one you should be buying. And what I mean is if you're buying it thinking, is it the next one? Nope. Nope. You're going to get hurt. There's no such thing, I'll tell you all right now, there's no such thing as which one's the next one. The overhype of cryptocurrency doesn't exist like it did 2 cycles ago. We are plateauing into a curve of adoption. The world is starting to get on board with crypto. There's not going to be those random mountains that just spike out of the ground anymore. It's going to be more gradual. It's going to be longer. It's going to be more staircasing. Those with diamond hands are going to win. Thanks, Even. I'm glad you joined in. I'm glad you find my content intelligent, and I'm glad you like how I explain about crypto. I often do my best to try to make it make sense. And isn't it strange how once it makes sense, it starts making dollars? Ba-dum-bum, 6 points for Captain America. Queen, thank you for the love. If you haven't sent me a heart me, and you're in my live right now, please send me a heart me. It boosts my page. You don't have to send me any gifts, anybody. I don't want gifts. But send me a heart me because it boosts my algorithm and it helps me show up on more people's For You page. We're at 51,000 likes. If you love my content, feel free to tap that screen and show me your love. Do we need to be holding XRP and Bitcoin in LLCs? Not necessarily, unless you're over the $500,000 mark. Once you get over $500,000, then it makes sense to start talking about LLCs or trusts or layering the ownership of your crypto for liability purposes. Then yes, you should be looking at. But most of the time, people are asking about using LLCs and using all of this, and they don't even have like 50 grand in crypto, not even 100 grand in crypto. So it's like talking about stuff that's not relevant for you at this time. But for those of you who are over the $500,000 mark in crypto, absolutely, you should be putting your crypto into an LLC or owned through an LLC, or at least owned through a foundation with an LLC under that foundation. Something very simple like that, just to layer the liability of your protection. The wallet that I recommend is the SecUX V20. This is not my wallet. It belongs to a company called SecUX. It's just the one I personally use and I personally prefer. I've tried every wallet on the market, and this is the easiest, most user-friendly, most advanced out of all of them. No, it doesn't hold every crypto. No wallet does. In fact, there's 1 or 2 wallets that even hold a few more cryptos than this one does. But the overall use of this wallet is amazing, even though they have recently launched a new update app with it that's still working out a few kinks. But so far, still the best wallet on the planet. As far as ease to use, big touchscreen display, QR codes I can scan, durable, really great quality wallet. I love it. Bored genius, you're late to the live. You must have been busy doing some genius shit. Thomas Crawford, you don't have to thank me for being real. I piss off enough people as it is just by being real, so you don't need to thank me. 500K, yeah. Once you're in the $500,000 range or higher, then yes, you should start talking about potentially putting your crypto into an LLC or potentially looking at trusts, at least, especially when you go into the bear market. Bull run time, not maybe so much because you're going to be making moves with it, but bear market, absolutely. So example, late 2026, all of 2027, all of 2028, those are things to absolutely be looking at if your crypto is not gaining you liquidity somewhere else. Yes, this is a safe wallet, and it's a cold wallet, offline wallet. You don't have to use this wallet. You can use any offline wallet. Just don't listen to anyone telling you that you need a Web3 wallet. Don't listen to anyone telling you need to connect it to anything. You don't. Just choose the brand of offline wallet you want and understand what self-custody is. Taking it out of the system and into my wallet, like taking cash out of the bank machine and putting it in my pocket. It's like the same thing. Wow, what a great thing to hear. Honey Badger 28 says, Tristan, thank you so much. I appreciate your knowledge. You have changed my family's life. Wow, thank you so much for that. That makes me feel amazing. I hope that I keep assisting you in changing your family's life with good, positive knowledge about crypto. I'll remind you guys to always play safe, never overthrow, even when it gets greedy time, never overthrow, always play safe. And when you do it focused, when you do it methodically, when you do it carefully, and you put time and patience into it and not treat it like a casino, you will change your life. You will change your family's life. You will grow from where you are financially to a new place because crypto is the greatest financial opportunity of all time. And the only people who are not going to take advantage of it are those who are too foolish to pay attention to it. All of you paying attention to crypto, you're all geniuses in your own way that you don't even know yet. Just the ability to pay attention to it while 99% of the world is not. You're already a different level of human. This is the cold wallet I use, Molten Metal Manipulator. It's called the SecUX V20. This is a company out of Taiwan. Taiwan is the greatest computer chip builders on the planet. 90% of the chips come out of that place. So this is a really, really great wallet by SecUX. When you order it, there's a link in the top of my TikTok page. When you order it, it'll take you directly to their manufacturer in Taiwan. Order it right from them. Do not buy it from third parties, and they will ship it to your house. I think it takes 3 or 4 weeks for you to get it, but absolutely amazing wallet. And with that said, what offline wallet you use is really just preference. The Ellipal is a good wallet. The Tangent wallet has come a long way and is a very good wallet now as well. The Ledger wallet is mediocre, and there's a couple other wallets out there that are reasonable, but as long as you're using an offline wallet, that's the key. As long as you understand crypto, custody of the crypto belongs to the exchange, remove it off of the exchange, custody of the crypto now belongs to me, I own self-custody of my keys. That's the understanding that's most important. Everyone dropping your comments, I just want to say thank you. I appreciate, but please be patient. I'm always about 10 or 15 minutes behind on the comments. So when you do drop your comment, expect 8 to 10 minutes to go by before I get to it, if I even see it, because I generally can only pick one out of every 6 or 7 comments because they come in too fast. So please be patient, and I hope that I'm filling you guys with enough crypto content to help your portfolios grow. No, it's not 2% to get started with tokenized financial. We charge a one-time setup fee to build you a portfolio, build you an exit strategy. And then once all that's done and your portfolio is now ready and you're all set, then every year after year, you pay 2% annual management fee. And that 2% annual management fee gives you direct communication to me at all times. So you and me have connection with our cell phone, and you can message me, video call me, talk to me anytime, and I can do the same with you. So obviously I'm communicating with you if you need to do anything in your portfolio, and you're communicating with me if you need anything or you have any questions. We don't just build your portfolio, we train you and educate you and guide you along the way. At any time, you can message me and be like, hey, what's up? And I'll tell you what's up. And that's what your 2% of a year pays for. The original one-time payment, which varies based on your portfolio size, is paid to get the portfolio, to get the setup, to get the training, and get everything organized. So one-time setup fee, get everything set up. And then 2% annual. And the 2% is free for your first year. So you sign up today, you only pay your one-time setup fee. Your first 2% fee would be due next January. and every January after that. What do I think about Alchemix? Mediocre. Filecoin is much better than Alchemix. Filecoin is much more of a stable, long-term, big data center. It's always going to be here. It's not going to be volatile, so it's a good hedge place to stick money. I personally don't hold any Filecoin, but it is a good crypto. Flare is definitely not junk. Flare is one of the best new young layer 1 protocols that is out there. We talked about Sui and Sei and Caspa and IOs and all these new kind of layer 1s that came out. And out of them, one of the best ones is that guy right there. So Flare works very closely with XRP. They allow you to stake your XRP, although I don't recommend doing that at this time. And Flare also is the first layer 1 protocol ever to have its own Oracle system in-house. So it doesn't require a Chainlink or a Pyth or an XYO or an outside data system. It has its own in-house. And I believe that that technology will be spawned into other blockchains into the future, leaving Flare a little bit ahead of the game to some other blockchains. Pulse Chain is absolute trash. Stay away from that one with Semitic. You like my moves? Thanks, Grand Rising. I'm glad you like my moves. I mean, I am Captain America, so I hope you guys like my moves. I was doing Supermans in the gym today. Ah, they're so good for your back. My cock is going to make me rich or broke. Isn't that just like real life? Ha! Ba-dum-bum. Another 6 points for me. Ha, ha, ha. Do you think ETH will ever touch 20K? Absolutely. ETH will surpass 100K one day, just like Bitcoin will surpass $1 million one day. In fact, the mathematics behind Bitcoin is designed to go all the way to $10 million. Ethereum's mathematics are designed to go well past $100,000. Quen or, yeah, Quen or Quen, don't tell people what your crypto bag is. First of all, nobody cares. Second of all, anybody who does care is only a scammer. And third of all, it's private information you should just keep to yourself. When do you see crypto breaking out? I don't understand the question. Crypto's been breaking out since 2009. Since 2009, people have been getting rich on crypto. I don't know what you mean by when it's breaking out. It's been breaking out. Are you stacking or not? What do I think about Pulse Chain? It's absolute trash. So is Pulse Swap. So is Hex. All trash. That's true. SRC, all crypto has done since inception is go up. That's all it's done. In fact, let me show you something. Let me show you something just so you guys understand what I mean when I say crypto has only ever gone up. I have something to show you. Here we are. Can everybody see that? This is the trajectory of crypto. It started here. Today it's here. So every single time that it went down, 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 it never went down to where it was before, which means it still only went up even though it went down. So when we look at this from where it started here at like 6 cents all the way up to 100K, eventually it'll be 1 million, eventually it'll be 5 million, eventually it'll be 10 million. And although there will be times where it will go from 100K to 80 and then up to 300K and then 300K back down to 150K and then back up to 500K and then down, although it's going to keep playing that game, which is the opportunity if you're paying attention, for your cycle opportunity, the truth is it really only goes up, which is why hodlers always win. The proof is right there. There's the trajectory of crypto. It never goes down. Never. Doesn't go down. God damn it, Captain America. It never goes down. It only goes down in the short term, which means people with no patience, people with no investment time put in, it goes down for you. Anyone who bought at 2021 at the top of the bull run last round, and they foolishly just bought at the top of the bull run because it was the hype, the best thing they did was didn't sell anything. They just waited. They held on it. They let it go down, and they were assholes, and they're like, I'm not selling it. Fuck that. I'll lose all of it. I'm not going to. And the stubbornness was their greatest victory. They let it go down, and then all of a sudden 2022, 2023, and then all of a sudden 2024 came around and suddenly, wait, it's back to where it was. And now 2025 came around and wait, now I'm up 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times on my money. Wow, it never actually went down. It just dipped for a period of time. And that period of time was 3.5 fucking years, which is why people can't stomach it. Which is why people don't have diamond hands. Which is why people sit here after 6 months of owning crypto. Do you think it's gonna? Do you believe in it? Oh, but what? Because they're not really investors. They're casino goers trying to take advantage of the crypto opportunity. Unlike SRC, who understands the long term, unlike the people who bought in 21 who were investors and they held on to their asset, they stuck to their guns and they let time go. And after 2 or 3 or 4 years, which is a reasonable amount of time for an investment, they then saw what made sense. And then if they were even more smart, they just left it and they held it for another fucking cycle. And all they're doing is making money. Despite the times when it goes down, zoom out, it only goes up. It is only your patience that goes down. Your inability to wait is what goes down. Dean, what up, my friend? Nice to see you guys out there. If you are in my live right now, don't forget to send me a heart me because it helps boost my page. Don't send me any other gifts, just the heart me. And if you like my content, please tap that screen. My goal is 100,000 likes every live, which we've always hit. We've never not hit 100,000 likes. So if you love my content, please tap that screen and show me your love. That's right, Quen. You don't want to flash money when you really have money. I already drive around in a fancy car. I don't need to be busting a Rolex. I don't need to be busting a big gold chain. All I'm doing is asking for trouble. First of all, I'm a loser when I have to use those things to project my value. When I have to throw on a flashy watch and a flashy chain and flashy Gucci this and that just to make someone feel a different way about me, I'm really a fucking loser. But if I could just be me and someone sees value in me, I'm a fucking king. Perceptions, perceptions. That's why billionaires wear t-shirts and millionaires wear diamond chains. There's a difference between someone who's trying to prove something and someone who's actually trying to hide what other people are trying to prove. Thank you, Switch, for your hard blocking skills on the fake coach JV. Anyone getting any direct messages, remember it's a scammer. Be cautious of any direct messages. It's not me. It's not Coach JV. It's just scammers, impersonators. All other influencers are DMing except for me. Well, that's because a lot of the scammers, they don't make IHodlLife fake accounts anymore because I contact TikTok, I get them all banned. I put a lot of like recon work in to keep my community safe. And other influencers don't. They just don't fucking care. They don't put the work in. They don't care about their community like I do. So they allow, like Coach JV, just as an example, nothing wrong with Coach JV. He's a cool guy, but he doesn't spend time protecting his community. There's so many fake Coach JV accounts, and he doesn't invest any time or money on a security protection to actually do that. Calvin Hill, for example, he's got an actual legal team, just like me, that we focus on trying to block scammers, get them canceled, get them, we do that as an active service to protect our value of who we are and what we represent. A lot of other influencers don't, and that's why you'll find thousands of fake Coach JV accounts, thousands of fake Zach Rectors, thousands of fake Jake Clavers, all these fucking XRP guys, because none of them care about their community enough to put in any time or effort to protect you and block all the scammers, or take the time out of their day to send 3 hours of messages to TikTok to get all their fake accounts blocked, like I do. Sometimes I spend 4 hours a week just on security. Not protecting me, protecting you guys. You just don't know what goes on behind the scenes. So that's why you get all these other influencers that are messaging you, because first of all, it's not the influencers. It's just scammers who are making impersonator accounts of those influencers, but those influencers don't police that. That's why there's so many of them. And right now, if you go type in IHodlLife, there's thousands and thousands of fake IHodlLife accounts. The problem is I block all of them, so they have trouble getting into my live all the time. The second they join, they're blocked. Switch and Maria are on here all the time with like sniper rifles. The second one comes into the room, bam, bam. And we've been doing this for so many years, we don't even give them a chance to talk. We just see the name enter, Coach JV block. And in fact, we're so on top of it that we've actually blocked the real influencers from joining my live occasionally because we saw their name and just assumed it was a copycat, which I would rather have, and then they can contact me and be like, dude, why'd you block me? I'd rather that to ensure that we're keeping everyone safe. Arculus is not a wallet I recommend, but if that's the one you like, that's great. I'd make an awesome Reed Richards. Oh, you mean I'd make a good Captain America? What do you think? What do you think? Am I Captain America enough? I don't know what Captain America says or does. We need to save America! Cut your fucking grass! I can't be Captain America. I swear way too much. Would I jump on the grenade for everybody? Yeah, but I swear way too much. They're like, guys, I mean, he fits the role. He's pretty ripped, but nah, I mean, unless we put tape on his mouth, we can't have him on the set. We can't. We can't have Captain America. Fuck this. Fuck that. Bombshell this. No, we can't. Failed for lack. Sorry, sir, you just don't have enough conviction in your personality. What are my thoughts on Wormhole? You should fly your spaceship through it. Wormhole is a protocol that allows Ethereum and Solana to connect, and it's a very, very good protocol, and it's definitely a really good cryptocurrency, but it's highly speculative at this point because we don't know if whether their technology is really going to work or not. Am I responding to TikTok questions? Yes, I am, Patriot, but I'm always 15 or 20 minutes behind on the TikTok questions. So when you ask one, it might take 10 or 15 minutes before I even see your comment. Right now, while I'm answering your comment, there's 200 and some comments I haven't got to yet. Just how it goes on my live. What are my thoughts on Zcash? Do you think you were wrong about the 4-year cycle? Of course I'm not wrong. I've been living the 4-year. I'm not someone who's just guessing about the 4-year cycle. I was here last cycle. I was here the cycle before. I've lived through 2 previous cycles. This is now my 3rd. I'm not here for the first cycle, buying in 2021 like most influencers, talking about what they think about the cycle based on what they can research. I'm not based on previous research. I'm based on previous personal experience. I got rich and changed my fucking life in this shit, and you can do it too. Simple as that. The 4-year cycle exists, although I'm the first, if you follow my channel, to tell you that the 4-year cycle is suppressing because we are turning the technology into adoption. We are turning a volatile technology slowly, top and the bottom starts suppressing. It starts doing this. The price is still going up, but it's top and the bottom starts suppressing and it starts slowing down what we see as a 4-year cycle, and it just becomes a one-time permanent ongoing cycle, which means we never really lose a bull run. We just don't see bear markets anymore. It starts stabilizing itself, which I believe will stabilize after 2 more runs. I believe we still have at least 2 more full cycles, and then we'll be in full curve adoption stabilization, which means crypto will just start climbing just like all other technologies. And you know what? I even got a picture here I can show you to help you with that if I can find it in my full phone of pictures. Let's take a look here. I don't see it. Sorry, guys. I was going to show you a visual to help explain that, but I don't know where it is. I was going to show you how stocks move versus how cryptocurrency moves, and you can clearly see that crypto is a growing asset class. Can I get my SecUX with Amazon? I would not recommend getting it with Amazon, no. And you cannot get the SecUX from me either. You can't buy it from me. I don't sell it. You can only use the link in the top of my TikTok page, and it will take you directly to the manufacturer in Taiwan, and then you can buy it directly from them, the people who create the wallet. And that's how you should do it. Buy it directly from the manufacturer. Don't go speedy and buy it from a third party. Maybe it's not authentic. Can you explain layering your crypto? I'm not sure what you mean, Chucky. What do you mean layering your crypto? You don't fear the chips are compromised for a coin grab from you later? Damn legends, let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. And I don't mean to be rude to you, but I find it a bit foolish for a person to say, oh, but what about, and you're talking about the security and the safety of your crypto, which is why most people don't get into crypto. It's because of this fear, and the fear is lack of education. Because the same person who says, oh, but what about the safety of my crypto wallet, is the same person who has all their fucking money in the bank, in the custody of somebody else, and doesn't understand what that means. You don't know that the money in your bank doesn't belong to you. You think it's yours, and I tell you it's not yours, and you're like, yeah, it is, it's mine in the bank account. No, it's not. If the bank closes their doors tomorrow, it's not your fucking money. It's their exit liquidity. So why would I fear that the chip is compromised, but I don't fear using a bank card that has the custody of my money in somebody else's control, yet I'm going to question having my own custody, taking the cash out of the bank and putting it in my own pocket. So questioning that is like, I'm okay with my bank holding my money, but it's not a good idea to own my own money because someone might rob me. That would be the only value to that, is that, well, what about security, right? Well, what about the security of not owning your money? Don't you understand? Don't you understand that when you put your money in the bank, they're like, yeah, thanks, dummy, and they turn around and they invest it in things like crypto that you should be owning and investing in? That's what they do with your money. Or they go to a guy like me and they loan me $9,000 after they take $1,000 from you, and they call it fractional reserve banking. It's all hypothetical debt. There's no money there. So every time you go give money to your bank, you're just creating debt in the world. So you shouldn't be questioning about, well, what about my computer chip? You should just be researching about self-custody. You should be understanding about owning my money and not owning my money. And then you would realize, oh, so how do I own my money? How do I have custody? And then you would research blockchain, and you would research that there's no way you could build a chip that can extract from the blockchain, because the blockchain uses elliptic curved cryptography, which means you yourself as a user create two asymmetrical keys that never existed until you open a wallet. The moment you open a wallet, two random keys will match together as one unique identifier number. One is your private key, one is your public key. That's what elliptic curved cryptography is. You can't hack that. You can't back that. That's why it's this standard for security. Even quantum computing will enhance that security, not crack it. The security, when we talk security and safety, I find it almost humorous and a joke when people question the safety of crypto or question the safety of assets, yet they give their money into the custody of somebody else. They go to work, they trade away their time, and then they trade away their money for safety. And then they have the audacity to question the safety of investing and growing their own wealth. I don't understand. I don't understand the mindset. And again, I don't mean to offend anyone. I just try to help you understand the truth. You shouldn't be worried about whether the chip's compromised. You should be worried about whether your fucking bank is compromised. You should be worried about whether the information that's gone into your brain about how finances work is compromised. If you think an ETF is a good idea, your brain is compromised. If you think putting money into your bank is a smart idea, you are really, really compromised. If you think custody doesn't mean anything in money, you have been fully compromised. It's not the chip that's compromised, it's the understanding of the users that's compromised. Because there's no chip controlling it, there's an elliptic curve, not controlled by any human, aka the value and immutability of blockchain technology. Arculus wallet, not one I recommend, but if that's the one you like, feel free. You shouldn't be buying and selling on a wallet, ideally. If you have a wallet where you can buy and sell on it, that's not really a good idea. Although our wallet does allow you to buy Ethereum directly, I don't recommend it. Buy your crypto on exchanges and then send it to your wallet safely. Don't confuse the two of them. Don't connect the two of them. Your offline wallet is like your vault. You don't take your vault to the grocery store to buy your groceries. You go to your vault, you take out how much you need, and you go buy your items. You don't want to connect those two, just for simplicity. Hey, Mr. Grocery Store, can I just connect you to my vault so I don't have to, go there, take a little bit out and come to your store? Can I just streamline it by connect? Don't do this. Convenience is not always the best option when it comes to your finances. XDC for sure is a long-term crypto. Big Nucho, if you're asking how much to start, you have to have a portfolio or you have to have money worth $25,000. You want us to build you a portfolio, so you need to have a $25,000 price range, and then we can build you a portfolio. And out of that $25,000, we're going to charge you a fee to build you a portfolio. And then January comes around, you're going to pay 2% annual management fee for ongoing service. So that's what it looks like, cost effective. So how much it is to start is you need to have a minimum of 25K. I'm going to charge you a fee out of that 25K to build your portfolio. If you have more money, your fee is slightly more because your portfolio is bigger. But of course, your multipliers are bigger and the results are bigger. So it goes hand in hand. Is it worth mining Picoin? In my opinion, yes, you should keep mining Picoin. I mine it regularly. And if you guys want to download the app to mine it, it's also in the link in my TikTok page. And if you guys want to be part of the IHodlLife community, you can use that as your referral code, IHodlLife. You shouldn't be staking your crypto right now, Chucky, because what if the bull run or the parabolic part of the bull season happens and crypto goes up and you now want to make a swap or a conversion and you can't because your crypto is staked. So you go to the staking mechanism and you go to unstake because now you want to sell it or do something and you can't because they're going to say, oh, well, you need to wait 21 days and then we'll release your crypto to you. And by that time, you might miss your opportunity to do something. So when we're very close to parabolic season or the green candle or the most profitable time of the bull run, we don't want to have our crypto staked. When we go into bear market and we know price is going down for 3 years, that's when we want to stake because we don't want to cash out our crypto and pay its tax money and turn it into fiat worthless dollars. We want to keep it in crypto, but we have the knowledge it's going to go down, so we try to do what we can to earn passive yield on it while the price goes down, which we really know is only going up. It's only a short period of time where it dips down and then it goes back up. And getting out and getting back in is a bigger tax implication than to just let it ride down and come back up over a 2-year window. It's not that big of time. Both Solana and Polkadot are solid cryptos. I prefer Solana over Polkadot, but they're both very good layer ones. And yes, XRP is a very good crypto. Sotoface is, Soto, you hear that? I don't know where Maria is. Sotoface says, I'll sign up for tokenized financial service, but only if you promise to yell at me. We don't yell at our clients. I'm an entertainer when I do my lives, but we do not yell at our... But I mean, if you put in a personal request, we can make anything possible. Oh, that's so funny. If you guys wish to have me broker your portfolio, you can book a free 30-minute consultation with me just to discuss it. The link is in the top of my TikTok page to book a free 30-minute meeting. You have to be 25K or higher. Feel free to book a 30-minute meeting with me. We'll chat about it. How do we borrow against ETH and BTC? Well, you use a DeFi protocol. You supply liquidity, usually tied up in escrow, and then you earn passive yield from it. Or you borrow against it, which means, hey, I have $1 million in Bitcoin. So how about I tie up in escrow $300,000, which means I don't own it and you don't own it. We just have it in an account that we both agree on. So it's tied up in what's called escrow. And they are allowed to use that value now for their own liquidity purposes. And you're using it to earn or borrow. Simple as that. And then you borrow, let's say, $75,000 cash against your tied up money. Once you pay back the $75,000, your tied up money is now released from the escrow back into your possession. So that's one method of borrowing against your money. No different than going to your bank and saying, hey, I have a house that's worth $1 million and I've paid off $500,000, which means I have $500,000 equity and I want to borrow $100,000. What are they going to do? They're just going to tack it onto against the value of your house. Same thing. They tack it onto against the value of your crypto. In fact, just this week, JP Morgan announced that they are now allowing all of their institutional clients to take loans against Bitcoin and Ethereum, which means institutional clients who work for JP Morgan, the biggest financial institution on the planet, they can now have Bitcoin and Ethereum on their personal books, and they can take loans from JP Morgan against Ethereum and Bitcoin. Now we know 2017, JP Morgan telling you to stay away from Bitcoin. It's a pet rock. It's a bad thing. It's poison. And then today, they are building the rails for all of their clients to not only own it, but they're willing to lend money out to their clients against it. I don't know how more clear I need to make it to tell you all that you need to be building your crypto portfolio yesterday. And for all of you sitting on the fence, you're going to feel the sting when you watch everyone else grow rich. How many of you took advantage of the dot-com millionaire opportunity? And how many of you stood there in ignorance and said, oh, I wish I coulda, shoulda? How many of you today say, oh, I wish I would have just bought Bitcoin when I heard about it years ago, and today you're still sitting here not buying crypto? How many of you? Thank you for that heart me. If you haven't sent me a heart me, feel free to do so. And we're just about to hit our goal of 100,000. Everybody as a team together right now. Everybody dance on the screen with a couple fingers. Everybody all together. Let's crush this last 5,000 in a second as a whole community right now. Everybody, tap the screen. We're going to hit 100,000 likes in seconds. Watch this. You guys are machines out there. Look at 96, 97, 98, 98.3, 98.4, 99.2. Look at, we just jumped like 1,000 in a millisecond. 99.6, there it is, 100K. Boom! 100K! The beach is that way. Billy, did you hear that? Tell them, Billy, I'm a thermos. Happy Halloween, everyone. I'm disguised as an IHodlLife thermos. Order yours today. He wanted to go as a thermos. I said, okay. John Ross says, I love the psycho factor. Well, you met him. You met him. Welcome to the psycho factor. You're down 50% on your LCX. Wow, what an opportunity to buy more and lower your cost average. Wow, what a great opportunity that is. I have a question about XLM, XRP investments, a short, medium terms. I'm not sure what your question is, Paul. Are you asking if XRP or XLM are short term? I'm not really quite sure what you're asking, but if that's what you're asking, no, these are long-term. All crypto is long-term. There's no such thing as short-term. Either it has longevity or it doesn't. SecuX V20, hands down, is the one you want. They came out with a new Nano X, which is really just a new design, trying to resell something else because they needed to sell more shit, I guess. But hands down, this is the way to go. SecuX V20. Perception matters, Safra. In fact, perception is everything. It's absolutely everything. The physical world that you think you're experiencing right now doesn't actually exist. There's just electrical signals going on in your brain telling you that it does. So perception is literally everything. You want to change your reality? You change your perception, because you want to know what's more real than reality? Your perception of it. That's what's real. Your perception, not reality itself. It doesn't exist. That's right, Paulie. Your money will come back with crypto when you leave it in. Pierre, I love your philosophy. And you know what, Pierre? Here's a big hug for you, my friend. Welcome to the best crypto channel, I was going to say. The best crypto channel on TikTok. Feel free to hit that like and follow. We're live here every Sunday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For anyone who's new on my live today, my name's Tristan. My name's Captain America. My name's Tristan. I'm the founder and the CEO of IHodlLife, the world's only crypto brand. And I'm here live every Sunday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, answering as many questions as you guys can ask, and hopefully I can cover in a 2-3 hour window on Sundays to try to educate you guys about crypto for free. We run the world's biggest, most vibrant crypto community, the IHodlLife community. So feel free to follow us on our socials, Twitter X, LinkedIn, YouTube, all that kind of stuff. And most importantly, join our Discord. Our Discord is our community chat, and we are a worldwide community. So no matter where you are in the world, there will be somebody in your time zone chatting in our community. Feel free to come join the best crypto group in the world. The Somali flag t-shirt. Well, you know what? I guess interesting. The Somali flag t-shirt. Isn't that interesting? How the Somali flag is this, yet Captain America and the American flag is blue with the star, yet interesting. Interesting, because that section of the world, Somalia, Ethiopia, those are some of the least African colonized places on the planet, which is interesting that now the Americas use a symbol like that. I find that contradictory and interesting at the same time. But anyway, Dame, I don't know if I'm supposed to pronounce the H or not. He's like, pronounce the H. It's not Dame, that's for girls, it's Dame. And I want extra shame in my name. Welcome. Welcome to our family. How about Jake Claver? Jake Claver, I would recommend following influencers that don't really know what they're talking about. I won't say anything about Jake Claver specific, because I don't like to say anything specific about people, because that's rude. But I would recommend not following influencers that don't know what they're talking about. And all the Jake Clavers that are DMing you are all just copycat account scammer impersonators. They're not the real Jake Claver. You are more aware about wanting positive change. Well, that's good, Roy Gunn, because the awareness of the reality around you is how you control and change your perception of it. And once you control and change your perception of it, you change your thinking. Your thinking then changes your words, your actions, and your feelings. And therefore, the universe or the matrix, whatever you want to call it, has no choice but to respond to who you are. See, the universe never listens to what you want. It never listens to what you desire. It doesn't even give a fuck about what you think. It doesn't care about what you feel either. It only responds to who it believes you are, which means it responds to your identity of yourself. Wonder Woman Wheel says, don't down other creators. Well, I'm not trying to down any creators. In fact, I try not to talk about creators, but when people ask me about them, I have to be honest. And there's 99% of the creators out there fucking suck. 99, in fact, almost 100% of the creators out there would not want to sit down at a table with me and have a conversation about crypto because I would make them look fucking stupid. And there's a very small select group of people out there that I would sit at a table with and we'd be like, bro, we both know a lot about crypto. We're fucking awesome. But most of them wouldn't want that opportunity with me. They would hate to sit at a table with me because I would expose them for not having integrity, for selling videos. I could go through anyone's fucking channel right now and I can find all kinds of videos which is proof of them just selling likes. Proof of them just giving whatever information they have, not truthful information. Me? Do you know how many videos I could make about content? But I don't because I know it's not potentially true and it's not real and it's not, but I could do all kinds of stuff for clickbait. I just don't. Because I'm not here to sell you fucking likes. I'm here to tell you the truth and educate you about crypto. I'm not an influencer. I'm the CEO of 2 crypto companies who also spends a few hours on Sunday educating people on social media for free. There's a very big difference. So I'm not here to talk poo or bad about any influencer. But when someone asks me, should I be listening to this person? Well, no, you shouldn't be. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if they find that offensive, but no, you shouldn't be. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. So no, you shouldn't be listening to them. And if that's downing other creators, well, I'm sorry, but I'm just going to have to keep downing them until they stand the fuck up and do some actual research instead of just make videos for likes. So no, they don't police. They don't police at all their profiles and their accounts at all. Go ask any influencer that I talked about today if they have a legal team to protect their community. Go ask. Go ask. And then come back and tell me that I'm not right fucking bang on the head. Once again, if you feel offended, I mean, truth hurts. You know, truth hurts. When people bring up the truth, it offends you. That's true, Roy Gunn. Some people have found the knowledge and information on this channel that comes through lifestyle and energy more valuable to them than what I teach about crypto. Stick around my channel. I hope there's something here valuable for you to take home. All right, guys, I'm doing my best to get through these comments. Feel free to keep tapping that screen. And don't forget to send me heart me's if you haven't sent me heart me's already. 100 likes for every rant. Why you guys like my rants so much? I hate that you love me at my worst. Rusta, honestly, when I wake up in the morning, when I'm just doing my morning reading and my morning relaxation, I like slow mornings. That's what I think real luxury is, slow mornings. And I often do research and reading during that time. And also, one of the things I do is I check my social medias in the day to see what occurred in the evening. Sadly, a lot of the scammers are from countries that are opposite hours of me. So when I wake up in the morning, I generally find a slew of comments or scam. You know, I'll make a video, for example, and there'll be 50 new comments replying to other people's comments about, hey, come join me, hey, DM me, hey, DM me, check your DM, and I'll go and I'll delete all those comments, which takes like a half an hour or an hour of my day. So sometimes I spend a good half hour, hour or two almost every morning just going through my videos on social media and deleting all the scam comments, which is why when you go through all my videos and you scroll through all the comments, you'll notice that all the scam comments are not there. Now go to all these other influencers that you don't want me talking shit about and go scroll through their page and see if they take the time in their day to go through their own video and delete all the scam comments that are going to jeopardize the safety of their community and their followers. They don't fucking care. Their mode is, if you're stupid enough to follow, fuck you. And then you can see where proof in the pudding is. I don't think I'm the shit, Wonder Woman. I know I'm the shit when it comes to crypto. I know I am. I don't disregard that at all. I know I'm the crypto pro. I know that. That's why I call out other people who are teaching people financial information that is not helping them just because they want to be a crypto influencer. That's where I draw the line of passion. If it wasn't affecting people's finances in their physical lives financially, I wouldn't give a fuck what they do. But because they're out there giving false information just for their own likes, which affects people's finances, then yeah, then I start to get a bit of an attitude and call them out. If they're just out there telling you what fucking Pokemon they think is best, I don't care. But when they're out there telling you what crypto you should be investing your family's money into, well, we're playing on a different level now. It's a different level of importance and security. So it matters now. Do I do personal one-on-one calls? All of my clients are one-on-one videos. You can go to the top of my TikTok page. You can book a free 30-minute consultation with me if you wish to use our broker service only. You must be in a $25,000 range or higher. And all of our tokenized financial clients, all of them I deal with video call one-on-one personally with me and my team. A good cold wallet, Rusta, is the SecuX V20. That's the one I recommend, and there is a link in the top of my TikTok page to get yourself one. Thanks, Jay Alex. I think I'm funny too. All the time I laugh at myself, and I think that I'm funny. And nobody else is laughing but me, but I don't really fucking care because I find it funny. So thanks, Jay Alex. I'm glad you find me funny too. Can I recommend Tangem Wallet? It's okay. It's a reasonably okay wallet. It's an offline wallet, so that's a bonus, but it's not my preferred offline wallet, so that's mediocre. What are my thoughts on ICP and Render? ICP is a long-term crypto. I don't think it's something to be stacking right now. I think they still have a good cycle to build themselves and get prepared before you should be stacking that crypto, or you're just going to be sitting on it for a long time with no growth. Render, on the other hand, should see good positive movement in the bull run, but it also saw a lot of early attention, which is giving it a lot of price suppression over the last year and a half or so. I still think long-term Render is very important all around crypto, but I think that it had a little more earlier hype than what it should have got, which again had a little bit more price going into it at an early stage. So I think that also adds a bit of an extension time on the return from it, but I still believe Render is a very good crypto. It is definitely one that I would put in a portfolio. ICP is not. Tuned in from Holland. What up, people in Holland? What up, people from all around the world? We are a worldwide crypto community. It doesn't matter where you're from in the world. Welcome right here to the world's best crypto channel. Don't forget to hit that like and follow. Better yet, become a subscriber. And don't forget to join our community Discord so you can chat and interact with our worldwide crypto community. What's up with MasterBot? Sounds like a scam, sounds like junk. If you look at MasterBot, they're talking about the importance of robotics, but then go look at all the influencers promoting it. And it's all these Dex coin, meme, shit, junk coin scammer people. It's all of those accounts that are promoting it. There's not a single good influencer out there that has done long research on MasterBot and said, wow, this actually looks like something legit. Based on the research I've done, this just likes a whole bunch of talk and it's actually nothing. So maybe it is going to be something, but maybe it's not. And right now, it doesn't seem to be that important. So be very, very careful. There's always going to be hype. There could always be that whatever coin that comes out that gains tons of hype and could make a bunch of money. But is that really where you should focus your investment focus on? Absolutely not. These are just a little bit of casinoing that happens as we go. And if you catch some, fine. And if you don't, fine. But most of the time, you're just going to lose your money. You're better off sticking to proper portfolio. Let me ask you something. Chucky Cat 2020. When you heard about MasterBot, did you think in your head, wow, MasterBot sounds like it has really good long-term longevity, and for that reason, I would put it into my portfolio like an HBAR or an XRP or an Ethereum because it makes sense to me what their use case would be? Or is your mind just like, is that the next one? Well, which one is it? And then you'll have your answer. Thank you, banned TikTok, for saying that. The market is definitely suppressing. We're not losing bull run. We're just losing the top and the bottom distance, which means we're not going down in price. It means when you zoom out, instead of going whoo and then back down and then whoo and then back down, even though it's still climbing up, what we're really doing is we're starting to do this, and we're not coming down as hard. And we're just not coming down as hard. And we're just not, and eventually that's going to just turn into this. It's just going to start going this way, and there's not going to be down anymore. There's only going to be up. And if you go look at all technologies, the internet's the best one to compare it to because of the type of technology it is. You'll see when the internet came out, it was just like this, 1980 to 1985. And by 1995, the chart looked like this, which means top, bottom of that volatility looked like this. And then slowly became a curve of adoption, just like Amazon stock, just like Tesla stock, just like all of the greatest investments the world has to offer today. Same trajectory. It's only the wealthy who use the word bubbles to scare the unwealthy away because they lack intelligence and they lack the effort to do the research themselves. The market is definitely suppressing, which is a gold mine for those of you who understand what diamond hands are, for those of you who understand hodling. Do you personally message in your Discord? Yes, I am active in my Discord on a regular basis. In fact, I think I'm the last person to communicate in there this morning. So yes, join our Discord, and you guys do get communication with me back and forth on a daily basis. For anyone who is not using Tokenized Financial or my broker service and working with me on a regular time, of course, come join our community. And we do also have worldwide events. We had a community live meetup in Toronto this year. Last year, I did a tour all through the United States. So we are a real people worldwide crypto community. I encourage you to join our Discord. But watch out for DMs. In Discord, we communicate in the chat. Thank you for posting that, Switch. We will communicate in the chat in Discord, in the public eye, not privately. If someone direct messages you and it says they're IHodlLife, it's not me. It's a scammer who joined our Discord, who messaged you hoping you think it's me so they can scam you. So keep in mind, no direct messages. So in my Discord, I did not direct message you, no. I only message you in the chat. If someone direct message you, it's an imposter pretending to be me. Block them immediately. And they're going to watch for new people joining in. And then they're going to message you, and you're going to think it's me, being like, hey, welcome to my community. It's not me, so be very careful. I only write in the chat, not privately. If you want to talk to me privately, you have to open up a ticket so me and my moderating team can all see the conversation. This is the only way we stay safe. It's too hard to differentiate who's me and who's not me because of all the impersonators. So you have to open up a ticket and chat with me in a group setting, or chat with me in the chat in front of everybody, or else we're not chatting. What are my thoughts on FET? FET is a very good cryptocurrency. Proppy, on the other hand, is not a good cryptocurrency. This is where the confusion of real-world assets come in. All these influencers out there, go buy Proppy. It's a real-world asset crypto, which means it's better than everything else because it's working with real-world assets. Unlike that crypto space that deals with not real shit. allegedly. And this is real stuff over here, so come get this RWA coin called Proppy. No, you shouldn't. It's fucking junk, and you should just be buying whatever blockchain Proppy's building on, which is probably Ethereum or Solana. You don't lose holding your crypto. You win holding your crypto. You only lose holding your crypto because you didn't hold it long enough. The price went down and you sold. After I just proved to you the price only goes up. But because the price was going up and then it decided to come down for a little bit, just because of this little down window before it went up again, you're like, oh no, and you decided to sell and get out. That's the only time you lose money. If you hold, it only goes up in time. It only goes up in time, and we can prove that. Are you safe to have your crypto in Arculus? Yes, Arculus is a safe self-custody wallet. It's not personally one of my favorites, but it is a self-custody wallet, so congratulations. Is MoonPay an exchange? No, MoonPay is a payment service, like PayPal, but for crypto. Will XRP go down to $2? I have no idea. I hope it does, because I'll just buy more. If you don't have $25K to invest, then you can't use my broker service, but you can still join our community for free. You can still join our Discord for free. You can still follow all of our socials and get all of our content and our videos all for free. Inside of our Discord is a worldwide crypto community of like-minded investors, and there's all kinds of communication and education that goes on in there, all for free. If you want to use my personal one-on-one broker service, then you need to be at the 25K range. And then you'll have enough money to pay me some money to sit down and do one-on-one training with me to manage your portfolio. And when you don't have 25K, then you join my community and you learn how we grow ourselves to 25K. And then when you do, then you can come use my services. You can't push your friends to buy crypto coins. You can only drop the opportunity in front of them. 9 out of 10 men will ignore it. Ignorance, unfortunately, is not bliss. It's just slavery to stupidity. It's not bliss at all. It's slavery to stupidity. Do you think we will end this year with a decent pump? No, I think that if you worry about the word pump in crypto, you're not an investor. If the word pump is in your vocabulary in crypto, you're not an investor. You're a casino goer running around waiting to take advantage of the crypto lottery. You're not looking at crypto properly. There's no such thing as the word pump. Is there a thermos coming in the swag bag? No, there is not. Instead, we released gold playing cards. Billy's your best friend? Fantabulous. What's good for retirement? Time and money. Time, money, and people who love you. That's what's good for retirement. What about the Nano Ledger X? It's not one of my favorite wallets, but if you're using one, it's better than nothing. I don't sell the cold wallet on my site. I don't sell wallets. You have to go to the link in the top of my TikTok page, and it will take you directly to the manufacturer to get it. I just have a link that takes you to the manufacturer, that's all. I don't sell wallets in my store. If you go to my store, IHodlLife.com, you're just going to find my clothing brand. We're the world's only crypto brand. Feel free to go to our store and order some crypto clothing. Shout out to you in Africa, Safra. Once again, Daniel Farrell, I would not recommend Proppy, no. Hypothetically, what if a cold wallet company goes bankrupt? Well, to answer that for you, Cryptoversity, that would be like saying, what if Apple goes bankrupt? Or what if Dell goes bankrupt? Or whoever makes your computer, what if they go bankrupt? Does that mean you're going to lose your email? No. Just go buy a computer from a competitor and you can still log into your email. So the crypto doesn't exist in the wallet, nor does it exist inside the company who releases the wallet. The crypto only lives on the blockchain, just like your email only lives on the internet. If the wallet or the company ever were to disappear, you would just then go get another wallet, just like if you lost your house or your company or your computer, you would just go get another computer and you would be able to then enter into your credentials for your email. And in this example, an email is centralized. But in this example, the cryptocurrency is not centralized. It's open on the blockchain. It's open sourced. So hypothetically, if you lost your cold wallet or the company disappeared, you would just go buy any other wallet of any brand, of any type, type in your 24-word seed phrase, and you would instantly recover all of your crypto because it's not in the company and it's not in the wallet. It's sitting on the blockchain waiting to be claimed by the key that is attached to it. The elliptic curved key that's created when you make the wallet is the only ownership indicator. Has nothing to do with the company, has nothing to do with the wallet itself. It only has to do with the private key. Thank you for your follow, Jason Molly. Can you please do a one-on-one with Richard Hart? That would be great. I probably wouldn't enjoy a one-on-one with Richard Hart. We'd probably end up getting at odds with each other. I don't really like his style. He mostly advertises his crypto project to like teenagers and kids. He talks about locking up liquidity, but he has full custody of all of that. The other part that I don't like about that, I mean, the guy's a billionaire. And if you've watched some of the videos that he's produced when he was trying to launch Pulse Chain, which is supposed to be a photocopy of Ethereum. I've been here for a long time. I know all about these details. When he tried to launch the Pulse Chain photocopy of Ethereum, which failed back in 2020. And then Pulse Swap, which was going to be the big automatic market maker, which again was a massive swap, a massive fail. And then Hex itself, which is supposed to be the original financial tool. And the original mistake he made with Hex was he took traditional finance and tried to bring it to crypto. And crypto and traditional finance don't operate the same way, which is why the Hex program is not a good program the way its architecture is designed, because it's designed like traditional finance. And DeFi doesn't operate like traditional finance, and that's what made Hex not actually become as great as it could have been had they would have just used new crypto technology and remodified it instead of trying to use what already worked in the traditional finance world. And in the traditional finance world, Richard Hart's a genius. You got to give him that, whether you fucking like the guy's personality. I think the guy's a bit of a douchebag personally, the way he acts, but maybe he thinks I'm a douchebag. I don't fucking know, nor do I care. But when it comes to finance, in the real physical world of traditional finance, the guy's a genius. He knows how money moves. He knows how money can make money. He knows how to use the financial system structure to produce liquidity. And that's what he tried to do with crypto. He tried to take that same formula and put it into crypto, which is why he failed. Genius in traditional finance. In my opinion, a failure when it comes to the cryptocurrency, because he didn't differentiate the difference between crypto and traditional finance. And again, he has as much attitude as I do, as much ego as I do. So him and I would probably just end up bumping heads, telling each other to fuck off, and that'd be the end of the conversation. So Coach Ty is not a scam artist. It's a fake person impersonating Coach Kai, messaging you, and you think you're talking to Coach Ty, but you're not. And I like Coach Ty. I think he's a great guy. I think he's got an awesome character. I would be friends with him and go play pool with him. But when it comes to crypto influencing, I still caution on some of the information you might learn from him. And I think he's a great guy. Can we talk crypto? BlackRock tokenizing its own? I don't know what you mean by tokenizing its own. BlackRock has been working in crypto and tokenizing for quite some time. And BlackRock already owns a tokenization platform called Ondo running on top of Ethereum. And they also have their Buildle, which is also designed through Ethereum also. Ethereum will be the new stock market in the future. Bitcoin is digital gold. Ethereum is the digital stock market. That's why all these dummy influencers out there telling you to go buy the newest coin on Solana, but ignoring ETH because they're like, oh, it's too expensive. It's not. They don't know what they're talking about. These are casino goers, not investors. What's my take on GMC? Personally, I prefer Ford and Dodge. I think GMC builds shit trucks and cars, so I don't really like GMC at all, to be honest. And as far as the crypto goes, it's even worse. What boosts your page more, heart me's or likes? They both do. In tandem, they both do. The more heart me's that I get, the more I show up on other people's For You page, because it shows the TikTok algorithm that people are not just watching my live, but they're joining my community. They're becoming a fan, so to say. And then the types, or the taps on the screen, the bigger the number the taps go, the more I just show up on people's For You page naturally, but only when I'm live. The heart me even boosts my algorithm after I close my live. The tap is only while I'm live, which is why my goal is always 100K, because I'm here for about 3 hours. That means that it's just about steady tapping for the whole time that I'm here, and that's how I boost my algorithm the best. And it's hard to get good algo on TikTok when you're a crypto influencer. I don't know if they have algorithms to kind of keep us calm or keep us out of the spotlight, but it's very hard on TikTok, no matter how big your profile is, to go live and get more than 1,000 people in your live at any time. It's very difficult. So that's where those screen taps, you'll notice we always hover, we barely ever hit 400 and then it starts dying down again. We'll get close to 400 and then it'll start dying down again. And this has been like this for quite some time. And even other influencers I've seen who have bigger followings than me, same thing, that 200 to 300. In fact, when you clear 300, you're doing very, very good. And I'm talking crypto influencers specifically. Your choice is IHodlLife every time. Way to go, Candy B. Big love to you, Candy B. I love your comment, Sir Cal. He says at some point he'll talk about crypto. He's making himself feel better now. As if he's offended because I talked about something other than giving him free crypto information for a few seconds. Fuck, people are such selfish, ignorant fucks. And yeah, I will call you out as a selfish, ignorant fuck. I don't fucking care. Here I am. I'm a busy CEO. I run 2 fucking companies, plus other things. And I'm here giving away 3 hours of my time to educate people for free. I don't have to. But then ignorant fucks have to show up in my live and make comments like that. Oh, he took 8 seconds to talk about how he likes this instead of telling us what we want. Like, just suck my blood some more, you fucking sucker. Like, how much more do you want? Here, take my rocks. Take my coins. Fuck, people piss me off, man. God damn it. That's why I work from home. Fucking people piss me off. Ignorance is not bliss. It's slavery to your own fucking stupidity. Can you buy or sell on the SecUX wallet? No, you should not be buying on your crypto wallet. Don't do that. If your wallet even gives you the feature to do it, don't do it. Can the bull run be over this cycle? I don't understand the question. There is a 4-year cycle. I don't understand the question. I don't understand what you just said. Anthony, if you look at charts, you're going to do crypto wrong. Because you're looking at a chart right now thinking, oh my God, I'm seeing a bullish cup and handle pattern. Should I buy Arrow? And when I build a crypto portfolio today for a client who has $1 million, it comes to me and says, Tristan, build me $1 million crypto portfolio. Do you know what crypto he doesn't even have in his $1 million portfolio? Is Arrow. He doesn't have any of it. So what the fuck does the chart mean anything when the crypto's not even relevant compared to what other cryptos there are on the market? Do you understand? So who gives a fuck about what the chart looks like? Which is why I tell you guys, stop looking at charts. They will tell you false information. You're looking at a chart right now that's convincing your brain that you should buy Arrow, and you shouldn't be buying any of that at all. And then the question becomes, wait, why would you be buying Arrow? What put your brain onto the idea that Arrow was good in the first place to even be looking at the chart? And then we go back to the conversation of me and other influencers, don't we? Yes, yes, we do. My top 5 for this cycle is book a meeting with me to use my broker service. How many XRP do I recommend to hold? As many as you can carry. My thoughts on FET, Fetch AI, or part of the Artificial Superintelligence Alliance. I think it's an amazing crypto. Keep stacking it. It's down about 50% this year. What a great opportunity for DCA. Are there any cryptos doing what VET does? Yes, several hundred. All layer ones are doing what VET does. There's no DMing in Discord. There's no DMing on Facebook. There's no DMing on Twitter X. There's no DMing on my YouTube. There's no DMing on my Instagram. If anyone is DMing you, it's not me. Let me be clear. If someone is DMing you, it is not me. Is Proppy good for your portfolio? No, it's not. The same influencers tell you to buy Proppy as the same influencers who are telling you to go buy Arrow. Isn't that interesting? Where do I see XRP in 3 years? I see it telling you that you wished you would have bought more. Thanks, Round Rockety. I do spend a lot of time trying to keep the community safe. I really do value the IHodlLife community, and it really is my legacy and my goal to grow a whole community full of wealthy people. What meme coin do I think is best to own this bull run? That's an impossible question because nobody knows what meme coin will be the most explosive, but there is 5 or 6 meme coins that are relevantly good meme coins, but that doesn't guarantee that any of them is going to be the biggest producer. I think the days of seeing the Shiba and the Doge explosions are over because we have too much adoption happening now with crypto. There's not so much hype, there's not so much volatility to create that, and there's also 10,000 new meme coins, not 3 or 4. It's a very different scenario. That's right, mini split master. It's not a loss unless you sell it at a loss. If you hold on to it, it'll always come back, which is why diamond hands always win. The only time it doesn't come back is if you literally bought shit cryptocurrency. But if you bought any of the good cryptos and held on to them, I don't care where you bought, you held on to it for 3 years, you're in profit zone. Doesn't matter where in the cycle you bought, you're 3 years deep, you're in profit zone, or you've done it completely wrong. You bought, you sold, you chased, you moved, you changed because you couldn't control your emotions. But if you would have just waited, you're in profit zone. No, you're not muted. I just chose not to answer your question because your question over and over and over is what is your top 5 in capitals this cycle? So what you're really telling me is what 5 cryptos should I go buy right now? And that's not what I offer as a service. So feel free to book a meeting with me if you have $25,000 or more, and I can tell you exactly what to buy. Other than that, I can't tell you top 5 for this cycle because I know you're going to go buy those thinking that that's your new portfolio, which is not good information. I'm not here to spam you or shill you bullshit. I'm here to tell you the truth. And if you just go buy 5 cryptos because I said so, you're not going to know why you have them, why you hold them. Volatility is going to set in. And even if you're holding the golden goose egg, you're going to fuck it up because you don't know what you're holding. You have no education about it. You have no understanding about the asset. And the most important asset you can hold is the one you know why you hold it. The biggest mistake crypto investors do is they have a portfolio full of cryptos and no fucking clue what they are. They don't even know what the cryptos are for or what they do. The only knowledge they have is it good? Will it go up? Okay, buy. Are you kidding me? Biggest mistake investors in crypto make is they don't know what they're holding. What's the best coin, Tristan? Oh, you should buy this, this, and this. Okay. And then they buy it. And then literally 1 month later, the price goes down a little. They're like, oh, but what about? And now they're questioning that information because they didn't even know the information in the first place. Oh, but, and now the emotion sets in and now something will change and now the actions. I could tell you the best coins to hold and you're still going to fuck it up if you don't know why you have them and what they are. Which is why one of the first things we do when a client comes to us and we build them a new portfolio is we force them to have a 1-hour meeting with us in video one-on-one so we can make sure to educate them about the things that they think they don't need to be educated about. Because you need to, or you're not going to succeed. So I can't tell you my top 5 cryptos because you're just going to go foolishly buy 5 cryptos you know fuck all about. But what you can do is you can watch all my videos, which are free, and you'll generate your own opinion from that about the best 5 cryptos for you to go research, fully understand, and then put in your portfolio. And if that's too much work, then you hire me and you use my broker service and we do it for you. One of the two. What is the value of trade finance? Trade finance goes into about $200 trillion. If all of that went on to XDC, XDC would have hundreds of trillions of dollars in market cap. It likely won't. It would be diversified against multiple different chains. But if XDC only capped a fraction of it, I anticipate XDC's market cap, fast forward 10 years from now, and it's going to be $6 trillion alone. Just XDC. I love Think Big's answer. He says, well, then maybe they should answer my comment in the first time. I love people's entitlement. Fuck. A fake IHodlLife account just followed you. There you go. Make sure to block them. No suit today. Today is Sunday. On Sundays is Ask Me Anything Crypto. So we represent the IHodlLife brand, and normally I'm here dressed up in my iHodl swag, which I did have on before I put on my Captain America outfit. So that's what I was rocking today when I was out. But then in light of the season, I had to throw on my Captain America outfit for today's live. But normally on Sundays, you'll find me swagged out in the IHodlLife apparel. If you guys love crypto and you want to rep our brand, go visit our store at IHodlLife.com. Order your stuff now before we get into the Christmas rush. And then on Tuesdays, I do Tech Talk, talking about our upcoming blockchain and more technical details about our company. And that's when you'll catch me wearing a suit. Chili's, not one I'd recommend. Best real estate tokenization long-term coin is Ethereum, hands down. Ethereum has more tokenization on it than anything else, and it will have more on it than anything else for the next 10 years. So while all these influencers are telling you about RWA coins, you should be stacking your ETH. My favorite AI coin is BitTensor Tau. Trinity, you're very welcome. Thanks for becoming a subscriber right here on the only cryptocurrency channel you need. I encourage you guys to follow my Twitter X, and I encourage you to join our community Discord. I also have a YouTube channel with tons of videos on there if you guys wish to watch. Feel free to become a subscriber there also. Sean, don't buy ETFs. ETFs is how they're going to trick you to not understand custody. Company A or Bank A is going to say, hey, Sean, give me your money. And I'm going to give you a little piece of paper that says you own an ETF. It's going to say you own some crypto, but really you don't own fuck all. I own the crypto because I have quote unquote custody of your money. Instead, you're going to take your phone. You're just going to download an app like crypto.com. You're going to connect it to your offline wallet, which you buy for like $150. And you're going to buy the crypto and then you're going to send it just like you send an e-transfer to your wallet, and you're going to hold it in your own home banking, your own Swiss bank account right there in your pocket that you control 24 hours a day whenever you want. You don't need someone else's permission. So you don't buy an ETF, you buy the crypto and you put it into your own custody. They're going to do everything they can to make the world buy ETFs and not understand self-custody the same way you make your money right now and you put it in a bank because they want custody of your money. They can't create a world of debt unless they have custody of your value. What's going to happen with banks? Banks will become streamlined, which means all the current banks you know today will disappear. All of the physical banks you see in your physical world will all become donut shops, and you will have an app on your phone that will lead you directly to maybe 5 or 6 major institutions like Wells Fargo, BlackRock, JP Morgan, and you'll deal directly right through them, right through their app. This is where blockchain and crypto will go. You'll get a USA wallet. Me in Canada, I'll get a Canada wallet. We're in the UK, you'll get a UK wallet, and it'll be tied to a stable coin that ties to that system. So that's what's going to happen with banks. Banks will become eradicated. And that's why the banks don't know anything about crypto, because what the banks don't know is they're not going to have a job. The banks think we're going to adopt crypto. The banks think, oh, what banks use XRP? But the people that don't get it only say that. The people who do get it recognize the banks don't matter. They're going to be changed. They're going to change. There's not going to be a bank anymore. There's going to be financial institutions offering direct liquidity movement. No more institutional. No, it doesn't need to have those intermediaries. We don't need to pay the groups of banks, of peoples, of institutions. We don't need the deregulation of this bank versus this bank or this bank. We can just take 5 major institutions, 5 simple apps, and we can directly streamline all financial activity to every human on the planet. Why would they pay the intermediaries? Just like you get Bitcoin and don't have any intermediaries, can just tap, make a payment with Tristan. Well, the big institutions can now go tap directly with you, and they don't need a financial infrastructure in between called our traditional banking system. Which is why when you go to the bank and you ask them about crypto, they don't know fuck all about anything that's happening, because they're going to get as hard swiped as the rest of the population. Their banks are just going to crash. They're not going to understand why. The people in the banking sector, 90% of them aren't even going to own crypto because they're not going to know what's going on. You're new to crypto. Do I have a real estate or 2 for you to research? That I do not. Layer 1s is what you want to research because that's where real tokenization takes part, not companies that are tokenizing real world assets such as houses. And if you're building a trust, that's great. That's a good idea. If you don't know how to build your portfolio properly, feel free to book a meeting with me and we can build your portfolio for you. How long will it take for Fidelity to integrate XRP? I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see big institutions like this doing it already behind the scenes and we don't even know yet. Is your crypto safe on Coinbase? No, you should be buying it on Coinbase if that's the exchange you like, but then you should be sending it off of there into a self-custody wallet. If you can send an e-transfer to somebody, you can send your crypto from the exchange to your own self-custody wallet and then send it back to the exchange when you want to sell or do something with it. It's not that hard. If you don't, you're just fucking lazy. That's true too, Terrence. I always forget to tell people, but I should tell you guys to hit the little share button at the bottom of the screen. There's a little white arrow that allows you to share in my live. I should tell you guys to do that too to help boost my page. Heart me's, screen taps, and sharing the live, of course, boosts the page. Is GIC a good investment? No, it's not. The top engineer went to Algo. Well, that doesn't mean anything. The founder left and created XLM. Who cares? What's my personal feeling about the crypto market by year end? Keep buying, ladies and gentlemen. Keep buying. Thank you for the heart me's, guys. It helps boost my page. If you're watching my channel and you haven't sent me a heart me yet, please do so. And feel free to tap that screen or share the live to help boost my algorithm. Why not buy on a wallet? Because when you're buying on a wallet, that means you're now connecting your wallet to something that has to buy. And you shouldn't be connecting your wallet. You should be buying separate and sending it to your wallet that's not connected to something. If you don't see any problem with buying through your wallet, then go ahead. But if it ever gets exploited, because that bridge gets exploited somehow and you lose your money, I won't say I told you so, and I won't feel bad for you because you're too lazy to just make one extra step, buy it here and send it here. No, I'll just do it all right here, and I think it's safe enough. Okay, your choice, man. I'm not here to convince you. And that's the whole point, is dApps aren't necessarily safe. They can be exploited. That's why you should not be connecting your offline wallet. Just send it. Like, it's not that hard. And it doesn't even cost anything. What, a fraction of a penny? What about COAI? Never heard of it. Sounds like a scam. Zebek is significantly overhyped. You're welcome, Miguel. Thanks for your comments. Every Sunday, I'm here for 3 hours, approximately 2.5 to 3 hours, answering as many questions as I can. And I do occasionally do Tech Talk Tuesdays at noon also. You'll catch me in a suit, talking a little more technical about the crypto space. And of course, technical about what we're doing over here with our own companies. Tokenized Financial, IHodlLife, and our own upcoming blockchain. So I don't like Proppy. Well, it's not that I don't like Proppy. It's just that there's a bunch of influencers out there promoting it like it's the best real estate play in the world, and it's not. Like it's not even a mediocre play. It's just an okay play. It's just a company who's trying to use tokenization in the real estate world, which they should be. Everyone's going to be doing it. But then if you understand that, the question should be is who is Proppy built on? And that's the crypto you should be buying. Pengu is probably the most utility-driven of all of the meme coins. They have physical products selling in Walmart stores. So in the meme world, Pengu is actually a pretty reasonable one. Mark, thank you for that heart me. It boosts my page. Thank you so much. Chiliz is not a shit crypto. It's just that there's like so many other cryptos that are better that it doesn't even come onto the radar when it comes what crypto should we buy. Like Chiliz doesn't even come into conversation. It's not even on the, what about this one versus, it's not even on the conversation. There's so many better ones. And that's why Chiliz is a... Sui is a very, very good new layer one. Absolutely very good new layer one. I try to keep it as real as I can, Eric. I'm here to give you guys honesty about the crypto space. I'm not here to stroke your feathers or make you feel good about something. No such thing as a best token for 2025. We won't know that until 2026. That's the truth, Eric. Everybody wants to come into the crypto space, casino it, make some money with no effort at all, but not really be investors and put the work in. Investors don't get rich because they just have money. They get rich because they have attention to what they're doing with their money. It's not about the money, it's the attention of what they're doing. They put in the effort, they put in the mind power. And yes, cold storage is necessary if you have over $5,000 in crypto, or else you're holding crypto on an exchange that doesn't belong to you. When did I first buy Bitcoin? I first bought Bitcoin in 2015, and the price of Bitcoin was $600, and I bought 2 full Bitcoins. I bought $1,200, and I sold all of it right after. And then Bitcoin went to $6,000, and that's what made me go hardcore into crypto. 600 to 6,000. I had 2 Bitcoins. And I sold both of them. I was like, nah, I sold them, bought some Ethereum, bought some XRP, bought some other things. And then I got out of crypto completely, had zero, no crypto. I started off my crypto real career in 2016 after I was already broke and lost money. The year before that, I actually had a lot more money than I did the next year. Bought some, ended up getting out of it, and then crypto popped up to $6,000. And I thought, what the fuck? Now I need to invest, but now I didn't have any money to invest. So I made my first real investment, because that first one was just a gamble. I made my first real investment, and I bought $36 of Bitcoin, knowing that I was going to hold that forever and I'm never going to sell it. And then in my next paycheck, I bought $25 worth of XRP, and I said, I'm never going to let it go. I'm just going to keep building it. And that was the beginning of my crypto journey. But it started with me buying 2 Bitcoin, selling them right away, and then Bitcoin popping off and me being like, what the fuck? After somebody just told me in 2010 to buy it and hold it forever. Twice I was reminded of what hodling really means. And I've been in the game permanently, full-time, since 2016, since I really started my portfolio investing. And I haven't stopped since then, and my life has changed dramatically since then. And that's why I'm passionate about spending my time teaching others to do the same. I don't have a coin. 100 SC Club or S Club. I don't have a coin. There's no IHodlLife coin yet. We will be launching our own iHodl coin in the future, as well as our own Billy the $1 Billion Bear meme coin, but they are not available. They are not launched. So anything else that you see on the market are imposters. They're not real. ZBEC is not the wave. ZBEC is just the hype you're buying into. And I know because of how you write it in my chat. It's all capitals. They're the next constant partnership and info coming. Like, you're so hyped about it, you're not going to make any money on ZBEC. I just want you to know that. Because you're so hyped about it. And your hype is going to tie into false emotion, is going to tie not properly into volatility. You're going to make the wrong mistakes along the way. And even if ZBEC does go up in the future, you're going to end up fucking it up in the volatility. Because I can tell how emotional you are about it just by how you write your comment. All of you in the crypto space need to chill the fuck out with your emotions. I've never seen an asset class so highly emotional like I've ever seen crypto. I can tell just by how you wrote it, the narrow, pathetic one. Is it okay to move your 401k into iTrust Capital? I have no idea. How many years to go until this happens? Until what happens? Which crypto do I recommend? I recommend the one you researched. It's not time to kill crypto. Not paying attention to crypto is going to kill your children's future. How much do I know about ICP? I don't know, like everything. Did I already mention Clanker? Nope, because I have no idea what that is. I don't recommend using bots. If you're using bots, you're just fucking lazy. If you think you're going to do a bot to do something for you, you're just fucking lazy. You just lack the ability to put your own mental power towards it. I'll just let someone else figure it out for me, is your mentality. And that means you're using a bot that you don't fully understand. How important is Chainlink? Definitely a top 10 crypto. What's my number one RWA? All layer ones. Stop getting caught up in the RWA narrative. Everyone trying to go get the next RWA coin. This is all bullshit. Buy layer ones. Stop listening to dummy influencers. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. What up, Rose? Thank you so much for that heart me. If you're in my channel right now and you haven't sent me a heart me, please feel free to do so. And also please feel free to share the live to help boost my page. In your opinion, is Solana versus ETH, who will win? They're not in competition with each other. That's like saying, is Ford and Dodge in competition with each other? No, they're in complement of each other. And what I mean by that is by having the comparison, it creates choice for you, which means they actually benefit each other and they work together secretly. So Solana and ETH are not in competition to each other. They work in tandem to each other. Blockchain and layer one blockchains are, although they do compete in transaction speed, in build, in tokenization, in how much is going on their chain, although they are competitive in those factors, the truth is, in the future, multiple blockchains will all work together as one web of on-chain, so there won't only be one blockchain. So again, they're not really in competition with each other. It's like parking a whole bunch of car dealerships all in one location. They're not really in competition with each other. They're boosting each other's sales by being all located together, if that makes sense. It definitely takes forever, Daniel Leone. You need to buy it and wait 3, 4, 5 years, and then it will really click in your brain what you've done. What's the prediction for my IHodl token? I believe that my IHodl token will be very popular in the future because we're issuing a new feature called resident identity. And I think that it will incorporate with other blockchains as middleware and be a top 10 cryptocurrency. Is I Trust Capital safe? I have no idea, so be careful. If you have only $1,000, should you buy ETH or Bitcoin? The answer is Ethereum. ADA is so cheap. You're right, you should buy more. You sent XRP from Bitonix to Tandem. I don't know. Yeah, I think you mean Tangem wallet, which is fine. That's an offline wallet. I have no idea who Bitonix is. It sounds like a scam protocol to me. Never heard of that exchange. There's no answer to how much crypto you should have, as much as possible. Nice to see you, Carlos. Hope you're having a great day, my friend. Jay Winter, you've been here since 2023. Attaboy. What is a better play than Proppy? All layer ones. All ISO coins. All better than Proppy. All focused on tokenization. Not just real estate. Should we have more than one wallet? If you're in the $250,000 range or bigger, then yes, it's good to start getting into diversified wallets. Once you hit, 1, 2, 300K in crypto, it's a good idea to start getting 1 or 2 or 3 extra wallets and separating savings, investing, and like kind of compartmentalizing it a little bit. The clothing brand runs fit. So if you like your clothes loose fitting, then order a size big. If you like it fitting, like you see my shirt on me right now, if you like fitting t-shirt, then order your true size. If I order a men's medium, it's going to fit me like this. So if you like that baggy fit, then definitely order a size larger. My thoughts on XPR Proton? Just buy some XRP. How do you set an appointment with me? You go to the top of my TikTok page, and there's a link there that you can book a meeting, or you can go to my website, tokenizedfinancial.com, and you can book a meeting through me through my website. So you go to my TikTok page. That's my TikTok page. You'll know it's me from the followers, 239.3. And right there, you see the little arrows? There's a link right here you can touch. And once you touch that link, it opens up my link tree, which is a tree of all my services that I offer. And you'll see right here, Crypto Asset Management, 30-minute free consultation. You touch that one, and it opens up the calendar for you to book a date and time. And if you book a meeting and you book a date and time, show up to your goddamn fucking meeting. Nothing drives me crazy like people booking meetings with me and then they don't show up to their fucking meeting. Just call me. Just cancel the fucking meeting. And when I call you and I'm like, hey man, we have a meeting right now. Where are you? Why don't you answer your goddamn phone? And you know what's crazy? Some people, I'll do a live on Sunday. They'll book a meeting with me for tomorrow, for Monday. It's less than fucking 24 hours and they don't show up to the meeting. I don't understand what's wrong with your fucking brain. Don't book a fucking meeting with me if you can't show up to a fucking meeting. I'm a busy guy. I don't have time to waste half hour of my fucking day for you to maybe want to talk to me. So don't book a meeting with me unless you have some integrity and you plan on actually showing up to your fucking meeting. I had one customer over the last 2 weeks who booked 2 meetings with me, and both times he didn't show, but he had the audacity to email me and ask if he could schedule another meeting. Watch me fucking rant. Watch me lose my fucking shit when people don't have fucking integrity. Or respect. Sometimes it's not even integrity, it's just respect. So don't book a fucking meeting with me if you can't show up to your own goddamn meeting. Check the date. Check the time. Double check the date. Double check the time. Triple check the fucking date if you need to. Triple check the time if you need to. Call me an asshole. Be like, bro, I don't want to fucking meet with you. You're a fucking shithead. I just watched one of your videos and I think you suck. And I'd be like, bro, thank you for that. Thank you. Thank you for canceling the meeting. I appreciate. As opposed to just not showing up because you're a fucking delinquent. Okay, I'm done ranting now. Done ranting about people being delinquent. What happens if you die to your wallet? Well, this is something important that we're going to be introducing in the bear market. And once we offer our CRM system, we're going to introduce a seed custody service, which will allow people to, without giving up their seed phrase information, be able to leave it to a loved one if they pass away by simply providing the loved one's information to our firm while they're one of our clients. And then should they pass away while they're one of our clients, we will have a tiered mechanism that will allow that user to then take over the client's portfolio. Even though we do not have full custody, we will show you how to use a seed phrase and leave it to your loved ones without anybody knowing it except you and whoever is supposed to be the one to get it at time of your death. The same way you would leave instructions in your will, you would leave instructions in your seed phrase. Do I have any job? Yes, I'm the owner of Tokenized Financial asset management firm where we build crypto portfolios for people. We're basically the Edward Jones for crypto. That's what my job is. I'm the owner and the founder of that company. And I'm also the owner and the founder of the IHodlLife clothing brand. So if you go to www.IHodlLife.com, that's my personal clothing brand representing crypto. It's smart clothes running on the Avalanche blockchain. So you can buy my clothing brand, or you can also have your portfolio designed by us at Tokenized Financial. Both of those are my businesses. I do part-time for fun and for education, social media, to try to onboard people and help them learn what I know about crypto. So that's what I do as job. And although my social media is my choice to do it, it really is a job too, putting in the time and the effort and the research. What's my thoughts on Linea? I think Linea is a good protocol. However, I don't recommend stacking that one in your crypto. When will my coin launch? Probably 2027 or 2028 as we approach the next bull cycle. Do I hold ICP? No, I don't. In the bear market, I definitely recommend you stacking your Bitcoin. Yes, 100%. Mark, you're excited to start with the IHodlLife team. I encourage you to book a meeting with me if you haven't already. Feel free to touch base. Multiplying your portfolio is the opportunity now, ladies and gentlemen. Growing your crypto portfolio is the greatest financial opportunity that everyone is ignorant to. I know it's scary. I know there's no proof in the pudding. That's what makes investors investors. That's why they call it 1%. 99 can't stomach the opportunity. And yes, if you haven't joined our Discord already, feel free to do so. How many hours does it take to get to the moon? I don't know. But I do know that the moon is local. It's not in outer space. It's actually in inner orbit. Do you really think space is cold, yet the sun is out on the other side of the coldness? Does anybody's brain work out there? The sun's way out there, and it's bringing heat to the earth, but between our earth and sun is ice cold freezing space. Fuck, people are dumb. The moon and the sun are both local. They both exist within inner orbit. How do you go about finding out research on coins? There's no go-to place. It's poking your nose around the industry. It's poking your nose into CoinMarketCap, poking your nose into what other people are saying, hearing what other influencers that are credible are talking about, finding out what they know and what they don't know, and still taking all of that with a grain of maybe everybody's wrong. Welcome to crypto. What are my thoughts on Jasmy? I think Jasmy is a good crypto, especially in the Japanese area. They're really, really popular in Japan, but worldwide, Jasmy is not. So therefore, its market is somewhat niched at this point. So I think Jasmy is a good coin. I think it will go up in value, but I think there's so many other cryptos I would stack before that, which is why I don't own any Jasmy. Can I talk exit strategy? Well, I don't really know what I can talk about exit strategy because truthfully, an exit strategy is unique for each person. An exit strategy changes based on how much money you have. It changes based on what your goals are, what your long-term intentions are, how much money you want to cash out of crypto and how much you want to leave in crypto. All of that changes your exit strategy. So I can't really talk exit strategy unless I know you and your personal portfolio, or else it's just general blanket information that may or may not apply to you. What are layer zero? A layer zero is just a protocol that allows you to communicate with other blockchains. Therefore, they call it a layer zero, which means it operates underneath a layer one. Schroeder for PM? Nah, I would make a terrible prime minister. I'm too honest. I'm too honest, and I would break the rules. I would break the rule of all of the leaders. See, all of the leaders you guys think are all enemies, but they're not. They're all on the same team, keeping you all stupid. You guys think Russia and USA are but they're not. They're not. They're the same team. One wears red, one wears blue, and they pretend to be opposing each other. This has been going on forever. You like my hair, Fred? Thank you. It's my Captain America just spiked the shit out of my hair look. I figured that looked best with my costume today. What are my thoughts on Aster? I think Aster is a good DeFi protocol, and I think Hype is also a good DeFi protocol, but I would not recommend necessarily either one of those. I would still stack Injective, which you heard me shout out quite a while ago. It's a much more secure protocol. The thing with Hype and Aster is there's so much hype, and there's so much 1,000 times, liquidities on there. There's just so much expansion that it becomes very risky and volatile. It may or may not be a safe place to invest. I'm uncertain at this time. What do I think of Quant? Quant is the intersection of the ISO coins for big sharing. It's a very, very important crypto. Do I think Theta will rally back? I don't think so. Not until the whole world goes into metaverses and Theta becomes a media play in the metaverse. So Theta is not something I would recommend. Any info on Evernorth? Well, we do have one of our tokenized financial clients who works for that company, and that person recently reached out to me to tell me about what Evernorth was up to because I didn't know. So thanks for them shouting out that info to me. And then after doing some research, I realized that Evernorth is a company, a medical company that is building the biggest XRP reserve, which means they're just buying a ton of XRP and they're holding it, believing that the long-term value will increase. So they're looking to use it as liquidity growth. Just like they're going to build XRP and they're going to build Bitcoin and Ethereum reserve for the United States government. Well, these are now companies saying, well, this is smart. We're going to start building our own reserves, not gold, not silver, but cryptos, and not Bitcoin, not ETH, but other altcoins. And there's reserves coming very soon for Solana. There's reserves coming very soon for Avalanche. Somebody just recently announced a big one for Avalanche. This one was just announced recently for Evernorth for XRP. And this is going to be a trend for the next 3 years of people building hedges or storages or reserves of great crypto assets that I've been telling you guys to stack for the last 5 years of my life. I think VeChain is a mediocre layer one. I think there's a bunch of layer ones that I would choose first, but VeChain is still a good layer one. I would definitely choose an HBAR, an Avalanche, a Solana. I would choose a Sui. I would choose all of those before I chose that, but it still is a good layer one. That's how juicy the market really is. I wouldn't take profits from XRP. I would just hold it. The truth is in the long run, if you bought Bitcoin 10 years ago and you just held it till today, you'd have more money than if you quote unquote took profits, right? You would. So why not put XRP in that boat and just don't take profits on that one? Go take profits on your other coins. How high can XRP go by the end of 2025? It doesn't matter. What does matter by the end of 2025 is you learn how to invest. Because if you're worried about the price between now and the end of the year, you're not an investor, you're a gambler, you're a casino goer. If you worry about where is XRP going to be in the next 2 years, you're also not an investor, you're a casino goer. If you're worried about how many can I get because I know in the long run this is going to be worth a number that I can't figure out right now and I don't need to figure out. I just know it's going to be worth a lot. That's why places like Evernote are buying all these millions of dollars worth of it. So I'm going to do my part and I'm just going to focus on how much can I get, not what's it going to be, where will it go, because I already know it's going to go somewhere I don't know, but it's going to be good. And for that reason, I'm going to focus my attention, my power, my focus on acquiring more. Instead of sitting here wasting time thinking, what will it be by the end of the year? You could use that brain power. How can I make $10 more to buy 5 more XRPs? The website for our clothing line is IHodlLife.com. IHODL, the word hodl, I, the person, hodl, and the word life, IHodlLife.com for our clothing store. And if you guys want to go to our asset management firm's website, it's the word tokenized, the word financial, and .com, tokenizedfinancial.com. And of course, the links for everything is in the top of my TikTok page. Crow, very good cryptocurrency. That's the one that represents crypto.com exchange, which I think is one of the best exchanges on the planet. I don't necessarily like exchange coins, so I only recommend holding enough Crow coin that allows you to use their exchange. Stake for liquidity, take part in their supercharger, get their crypto.com credit card. So only carry enough of the exchange's coin to use what you want on their exchange. Other than that, investment-wise, you better just stack some better layer ones. We hit 200,000 likes. You guys are animals. Thank you so much, everyone, for your love. Just so that you guys know, the prizes are coming to an end for the last month or so of the season, November, December. Switch is going to be taking a retirement from our moderator for a little while for the rest of the year. So we won't be running any more prizes for the end of the year. So those of you who collected your free prizes, your $36 in crypto, your free iHodl points, congratulations. I have a new promotion starting in November, which is going to allow you guys, instead of earning iHodl points, you're going to be able to earn discounts to the clothing store so that you guys can stack yourselves up for Christmas at some really good discounts. We're going to have 10% off, 25% off, 50% off, 80% off, and 100% off gift prizes giving away. So make sure you're joined in the Discord. Why don't have exchanges have beneficiary services? Well, the reason that, they should, because they do have custody of your crypto, so they should offer beneficiary services, and they likely will in the future. This could be a defining feature that makes some exchanges better than others in the future. But thinking about how you might leave your seed phrase to your family is definitely something that you should consider. And if you're a tokenized financial client next year when we go into bear market, it's definitely conversations that we're going to be having in our investor meets on best practices to protect our seed phrases, but still leave our assets to our loved ones. And with that said, for all you tokenized financial clients out there already who are using our service, we have our first investor meeting coming up November 9th. I think it's November 9th will be our first investor meeting, and that is going to be just a video recording of update for the year, what's going on, what's happening, and it will be posted for everyone to view. And should you have any questions from it, then you can reach out to me directly in your communication chat with me to discuss any details. And yes, it looks like it's going to be on November 9th. November 9th, I'm going to release that video, and it will be for tokenized financial clients only. What's my top 3 layer 1 coins? My top 3 are the 3 that I believe in the most, which might be different for you. If you want to join the Discord, Chucky, you can go to the link in the top of my TikTok page, hit the link, and it opens up all of my services in my link tree, and you can join the Discord from that. Otherwise, if the link doesn't work, because sometimes it doesn't work for people, you can just download the Discord app on your phone from the Play Store or the Apple Store, whatever it is, and then when you go in there, just go to the search bar and type in IHodlLife Community, and you'll find us that way also. Why don't I hold any ICP? Because it's not as good a crypto as you think it is. You've just been following Coach Ty for too long, and he believes that it's the greatest thing since sliced bread, and unfortunately he doesn't know what he's talking about, and it's not a good crypto really. At least not yet, because their infrastructure isn't even properly being built yet. So you can buy some ICP, but you're going to be sitting here next cycle wishing you would have just bought something else that made you money. And then next cycle, when ICP actually starts building some infrastructure, then it might be an okay time to buy it. But right now, you're just putting money away for like 4 years for nothing. How many licks does it take to get to the center of the Tootsie Pop? Well, that directly depends on her weight. I can't believe I just answered that. No, sheep people don't think for themselves. That's right. Most people are sheeple. You want to book an appointment just to hear your rants? Book an appointment and don't show and give me your phone number. I'll fucking call you up and leave you a rant on your fucking voicemail. Do I own Algo? Yes, I sure do. I own all ISO coins. Gecko is a decent one to get some historical information. You use Gecko, you use Crypto.com, you use Binance, you use CoinMarketCap, you use your social pages, you use the news feeds inside your crypto Coinbase wallet, your Solana wallet, and you use all of that information, and then you don't believe any of it. Then you generate your own opinion and understanding from the knowledge. You don't take any of it as truth. You create your truth from it. I don't research anything and learn something from someone. I research everything and then I generate my opinion based on what I've learned. Who do I think will win the World Series? Blue Jays are going to win. The UK ID system is inevitable, but I didn't think it was going to come out so fast. To see the president come out, or prime minister, I guess they call him, to come out and say, you know, we're going to have this implemented by the end of the year, like literally 90-day window. This is craziness to me. Craziness that people are, they're going to sell it to the people as, we want to prove you're not an immigrant, that you're really a real citizen. That's how it's going to be sold to you. But wow, I did not expect this so fast. Am I a fan of Axie Infinity? Absolutely not. I don't recommend that at all. Am I still married to an Asian lady? I was never married to an Asian lady. Both my wives are Arabs. Both my wives and all of my girlfriends, all Arabs. Have I heard about lava? Don't know anything about that other than it explodes out of volcanoes and it's very hot and you shouldn't touch it. Algorand is definitely a long-term investment. Switch, don't worry about any more prizes, buddy. Don't worry about it. Only give out the prizes that people have already entered. So if there's any prizes running right now where people have put their HODL points in, all of those are getting pulled by the end of the month. Just don't create anything new. So yes, any current ones that are going, we want to honor anyone who's put points in already. We want to give those prizes out, but just don't create anything fresh. There's no more new ones needed for the end of the year. We're going to run some clothing promos for the next 60 days instead. It's not a bad idea, Mr. Cat. You take profits from your altcoins and you stuff it into Bitcoin. Not a bad idea at all. That's true, Jack. 99% of companies fail. Just like 99% of cryptos are going to fail. And some of the big funds, what do? They focus on BlackRock. They focus on Vanguard. Why? For security and safety. It's the longevity that matters. It's not who's new and who's young. This is where people just get the casino effect. What cold storage should you buy? I highly recommend the SecuX V20. Shout out to SecuX. I'm not affiliated with them. I used to be, I'm not anymore. But shout out to SecuX for, in my opinion, the best crypto wallet. The link is in the top of my TikTok page. This is the V20. Get the one that looks like this. Hands down, best wallet on the planet. Just my opinion. Daniel, I like you, buddy. Just so you know, you can go tell your friends that I like you. Do I have any information on BlockDAG? Yes, I do. BlockDAG is a scam. Do not buy this pre-sale token. It's a scam that's been running for almost 2 years. And I don't know how Instagram still allows BlockDAG ads to be promoted everywhere. Facebook and Instagram, same thing. BlockDAG posts everywhere. And it's just a scam crypto. You're just buying a token that's never going to be a token. So it's not a real thing. Should you put your XRP into a stable coin and then buy back in the bear market? Not exactly, no. But Adrian, I think you're one of our tokenized financial clients, so you don't have to worry about that. We're going to manage that for you. You don't have to worry about bear market. What do I convert? Where do I hold? What do I do? We're going to answer all those questions for you when the time comes. You're a tokenized financial client. A Gemini credit card's a good one. A Crow credit card is a good one. A Coinbase credit card is a good one. You may as well take advantage of the perks that they're offering. Good, Even. I'm glad that you're learning on my page. Feel free to stick around. And no, Ninja Napkin Foodie, I don't use the Pi Cycle indicator. It's absolute trash. In fact, it might even be a scam. I encourage everyone to stay away from the Pi Cycle top indicator. Stay away from it. In fact, you know what, Ninja Foodie, I'm just going to block you. I'm so sick of you posting that shit on my page. Like, just, it doesn't stop. I figured after I bitched at you enough, you'd stop, but I'm just going to block you now. Blocked egg is a scam. Mike, you're a tokenized financial client. The video will be posted in tokenized financial signals. It'll be a video in there talking about the year so far, all updated information, what's going on, touching base with all clients, and then anyone who has any questions based on that video can reach out to me directly in our chats. So you'll find that video posted on Sunday, November 9th in the tokenized financial chat, or the signals room, the room where I give the sell signals. Yes, we're still in bull run season right now, yes. Do I own Cardano? 100% I own Cardano. Zcash, HBAR, 100%. Why am I angry? Bella, I'm not even close to angry. Like, if I was angry, holy shit. In fact, you wouldn't want to see me angry. You wouldn't like me angry. I grew up a very hardcore person. You don't want to see me angry. In fact, I don't even remember the last time I actually got angry. You see me banging on my desk and being passionate, and that's just passionate. Like, I'm not even close to fucking angry. Not even close. You would know angry. Am I staking anything? No, not at this time. We're too close to parabolic season. In the bear market, I do stake, and I do use the Atom ecosystem a lot for staking. They have some of the best staking rewards. Oh, that's why I don't know about Lava, because it's built on Arbitrum, and Arbitrum's not relevant. That's why Lava's not relevant. What do I think of Zcash? I think thumbs down on Zcash. Have I heard of Hive Mapper? Of course I have. Ticker symbol Honey, and it's reasonably okay. Thoughts on Fetch AI? Very okay. Racer, congratulations. You won 1,000 IHodl points. Congratulations, Racer, for winning your 1,000 IHodl points. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting to the end of our live today. I want to thank everybody for coming out to another Sunday live. If you're out there wondering about how to build your crypto portfolio, feel free to book a free 30-minute consultation with me. The link is in the top of my TikTok page. If you're in the $25,000 range or more, feel free to go check out our website first at tokenizedfinancial.com. You're Edward Jones of crypto. Feel free, when you leave my live today, to go out into the world with one thing in your mind. You are far greater than you know. Whatever you think about yourself, you're better than that. However intelligent you think you are, you're more intelligent. However great and good and awesome you think you are, you're more. You just haven't discovered it yet. You're much, much more. Whoever you think you are, I don't give a fuck who you think you are more. You're better, you're faster, you're smarter, you're bigger, you're greater than what you believe you are today. And I have to tell you that because it comes with weight. It comes with understanding that when you go out into the world, it's your absolute duty at every moment of your day to be aware of what you're saying, what you're thinking, and what you're doing. In fact, if you want your perception to change, you want your reality to change, the only way you can do it is by focusing on what you're thinking and what you're doing at all times, instead of just letting it become automated like a hamster in a wheel. Recognize your greatness, everyone. Ladies out there, recognize your beauty. Stop reaching for a piece of makeup to feel beautiful. Put your makeup on, go ahead, but feel beautiful with and without it. Understand your beauty is who you are. There's a million beautiful women out there, and when they walk past, I might even drool a little bit, be like, but at the end of the day, the only thing that really matters is who you are, not what the fuck you look like. Because I can get on my phone and there's 1,000 more of you. So stop validating yourself in outside sources and start seeing the value who you really are. And for you men out there, stop chasing the pipe dream and start being the dream. Stop chasing who you're not and start being who you want to be. And how do you do that? You perceive yourself as it. Do you want to be strong? Do you perceive yourself as weak? Do you want to be rich, but you perceive yourself as poor? Do you want to get that beautiful girl, but you perceive yourself as not attractive or not able? You need to perceive yourself for who you choose to be. You need to stop being a fucking pussy and start changing your perception. Stop being a fucking pussy, which means stop choosing your perception based on the results of the world. Oh, I didn't get that promotion, so I guess I'm not smart. Oh, I didn't, so I guess I'm not. Stop choosing who you are based on the reaction of the world and start genuinely choosing yourself and then letting the world react to you. If you are poor, then start choosing to believe that you're not poor. If you are weak, then start choosing to believe that you're not weak. And then follow the belief with every action that you know. You can't just believe I'm not weak and then not become weak. But if you believe I'm not weak and you believe it for true, what will happen is action will follow. Mind, words, and action will now follow your belief system. And you will suddenly start eating healthy. You will suddenly start wanting to do exercise. You will start wanting to become, and suddenly strength will be in your reality because you perceived that reality be yours. And strength is just one stupid example. Money is usually the example people focus on the most. Money's main reason why people are watching my channel. So if it's money you desire, then start recognizing and identifying money. Let me ask you guys something. The last time that you saw something you wanted, what was your reaction? The last time you saw that car you wanted, the last time you saw that girl you wanted, the last time you saw that house you wanted. Tell me, guys, tell me, what was your feeling? Did you feel, oh, that's outside of my reach? Did you feel, oh, I could have that easily. No problem. If I can go pick that up right now if I want. A house could be mine. A fucking car could be mine. That girl could be mine. That status could be mine. That freedom could be mine. Is that what you thought? Or did you bitch out and did you think, oh, it's there and I'm only here and I'm not really worthy? Well, and you want to know what's so crazy? The answer to getting from where you are to getting that is bridging the gap of belief. Bridging the gap that it's not there and you're here. Bridging the gap that even though I don't have it right now, I own it already. It's mine. I could have it if I wanted to. And slowly my subconscious doesn't know the fucking difference and suddenly it's all mine. Your perception is what changes your actions and your intentions, which ultimately manipulates the matrix around you. So when you leave my live today, start perceiving your greatness. Start perceiving the Captain America inside you, the superhero that exists inside you. All of you. I'm not greater than anybody watching this channel. You're just all greater than you think you are. Try to focus on that greatness. Try to just know that it exists inside you and seek it. Just seek it. And you'll find it. Instead of ignorantly ignoring it and existing in a world of, oh, well, I'm not. Man the fuck up. That's right, Jesse. When you put your intention in a certain place, you're sending electrical vibrations out into the world. And then your words and your actions now and emotions now follow up that intention. And what happens is you create an electrical signal of creation and you create a magnetizing signal of attraction. And now what you're doing is you're literally manifesting and creating in real time through the electrical signal of your brain and the attractive magnetic motion of your emotions combined with the velocity of your actions of what you're doing, whatever it is, building a business, trying to sell this, whatever you might be doing towards the actions of that. And the combination of those three is the try piece of success, is the three-way piece of the answer. You're manifesting for me to be the next Prime Minister of Canada. You want to know? It's so funny how much I've heard that this year. It's amazing how many people have said that to this year. And do you want to know what? I was sitting around having coffee with someone one day, and my mom was there, and she made a comment about me being the president or the Prime Minister of Canada. And I laughed and I chuckled and I said, you know what, Mom, it's kind of funny you say that, because recently there's been a lot of talk about this out of nowhere for no reason. And for some reason, I actually had a feeling like I might run for president one day or Prime Minister one day. And then I thought, nah, I would never do that. That's totally not my character and not what I would do. They'd be like, okay, this guy can't come into the White House because he can't get through a fucking sentence without saying the fucking fuck word, so he's not allowed to come here. And then I'm going to be the first person that's going to go to the fucking Senate, the House of Commons, the group, and I'm going to be like, wait a second, aren't you the leader of a country? And aren't you the leader of a country? And aren't I the leader of a country? Why the fuck are we all asking to talk to the speaker? Who the fuck are you, speaker? Are you the leader of the world? Doesn't anyone ever question who the fuck is the authority of the speaker? Countries, presidents, leaders. Oh, Mr. Speaker, who the fuck is the speaker? God? Don't you guys see the fucking fake facade that is sold to all of you? I could never be the Prime Minister. I would reveal the secret that it's not all real. It's just a facade for you to believe that it's real, necessary for the machine to exist. And don't date Katy Perry. I don't know. I'd maybe entertain Katy Perry for a song or two. Nah, I wouldn't. She's tainted by the music industry, which means she already sold her soul to the devil, which means I'd probably be making out with a demon. So yeah, no Katy Perry for me. Not into demons. You know, it's not my thing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting out of here. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. When you go out into the world, make sure to carry integrity in your heart and in your actions. Try to be the better version of yourself at all times. But don't forget how great you are. Stop discounting how good you really are. In fact, look at who you think you are today, and then just try to understand that there's so much more to you that you haven't discovered yet. And you can discover it simply by recognizing that there's greatness in you that you're unaware of. And it's not ignorance. It's not a rude way to look at it or an arrogant way to look at it. It's a revealing, understanding way to look at yourself and recognize yourself. See you later, everyone. Have an amazing weekend. Go out into the world and love people around you for no reason. No reason at all. Just go love people for no reason at all. Put on your Captain America outfit, go out into the world, and save people for no reason at all. See you later, everybody. Captain America, I got planet to save.